welcome. We're the CNFT news team. I'm Scott Chestnut.
I'm Summer Horsegrave, and we are here today with special surprise, exciting, superstar, hot guest, Kanye West.
Kanye, how are you feeling today? You're looking real happy.
You're looking handsome.
Looks like it's a bright day. You could get some sunglasses on there, Kanye.
He said,
Oh my God, he's dead.
melted.
Kanye West died live on our show.
You saw it.
Mark it. Mark the calendar. What's up, Tyler?
What's up, guys?
Glad you were able to come in.
Yeah,
right on time.
Kanye was keeping the seat warm for me.
Yeah.
That's what Tyler does between every news show. He pays Kanye to.
He's just a seat warmer now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
How far he's fallen. So we, of course, are representing the CNFT news.
Real news, real nonsense.
That's right. We have both today, and every time we do it, we have 2 live shows a week, Mondays and Thursdays. This one's the Monday one, in case you guys are, a little loopy out there. It's Monday, and we're happy to be here. We have a really exciting show. It's an extravaganza.
It's an extravaganza.
It's an extravaganza.
It's an extravaganza.
Ooh, that was pretty good, y'all. Good job.
And you know what? We got a number of really cool people coming on today. We have Inoneselement, aka my mom. She's gonna be here, and she's gonna be sitting right here on this couch. So that's
Our
exciting.
First couch interview.
And we've got right after her bored Claude. So we'll be talking to a monkey today. Pretty cool. Well, an ape.
And he's a chef.
He's an ape. Yeah. And who else we got?
A Renaissance ape.
We've got Turf coming on. We've got Shadowrealms represented by JP today, and Ada. Shit.
Ada Elementz.
Ada Elementz. That's right. 5 people. It's a lot to remember. But we're doing it today, and we're gonna have a lot of fun.
It's gonna be great.
Of course.
And we've played a lot of Mind Test on this show, so you should know this is one of our Mind Test people from Player Mint. Well, JP from, Shadowrealms.
He's a mod on the Shadowrealms server.
Oh, it's
he's going to be helping us out, and he has built incredible things, really incredible. And we met him backstage for the first time today, so that's really exciting. We're going to talk to him live soon enough. But first, we want to talk about Cardano. Have you heard the good word about Cardano? Cardano, of course, is one of our sponsors on this show, our main sponsor for this month. Anyways, we're very excited to have them. And I wanted to tell you some facts that I found here. So Cardano, this is really important. The prismatic lands are coming, okay? The snapshot will take place on March 31st at 9 a.m. PST. At Pacific Standard, even though we're in daylight now. Do you think he meant Pacific time or Pacific Standard Time? Because it's not the same.
He just learned that today.
Yeah. But anyways, there will be a snapshot, and if you have all 7 colors of the founder cards, all 7, one of each or 2 of each or whatever you got, if you got all of them, then your prismatic land, you'll get a prismatic land. It'll be dropped to that wallet, whatever wallet they're all in. And that drop date is tentative April 2nd.
Ooh, we about to flex that prismatic land.
Only 250 will ever exist. And a lot of people are into this thing. Checking out Open CNFT, we can find out some sales data. And the white and the black founder cards are the rarest ones. And let's see, 3 days ago, each of them sold on JPEG Store. A white card sold for 3,500 ADA. And a black card sold for 3,200 ADA. So that's just 2 pieces of the full.
How many white cards are there?
There are 250 of each white and black. Okay. That's why there can't be more than 250 prismatics. So pretty cool. We love Cardano, and we're glad to be working with them.
Be citizens.
Yeah, to be citizens, exactly. So definitely check them out.
And now our concerns have been voiced about being interns, so I'm sure a promotion is coming very soon. It's forthcoming.
I'm glad.
You lit the fire.
You guys work hard. You deserve a little promotion.
Yeah, that's right. I want to be a sergeant intern.
Exactly.
Intern at arms.
Yeah, that sounds appropriate.
Something like that. So yeah, we're really excited to get started. Shall we just jump right in? I mean, we're a little
Yeah,
early.
it's so
Is there
crazy.
more?
These extravaganzas are still somewhat new, so it's
Yeah,
like
this is our third one.
I'm so used to like going into the whole news flow, you
We
know.
normally have a lot of news, but on the last Monday of each month, we have an extravaganza show, and that's where we have at least 5 people, 5 different projects.
Around 5
And
people.
the idea is to kind of get, we can't get everybody, so let's try to get a lot of people all at once at the end of the month and be like a last minute cram session.
Yeah, because like we're finding that people have drops and we want to get people in a certain time, but we get booked, so it really is.
It's like an intro too, because usually we try to get people on again in the future after to like catch up. So it's like
because we always become best friends.
Exactly.
In other news, we've updated the thing down there. That's right there. It's updated. It says 3 p.m. Eastern now, which is pretty cool.
Great.
It used to be wrong, but now it's correct.
You can all rest easy tonight.
Sleeping.
All right. Well, I think we should probably make this happen, huh? I'm gonna go press the button, and we're gonna.
I want to. Oh yeah. And I just like to hear from the audience, of course.
Yeah, I don't know if the audience is hooked up right.
We actually have matrix plugs in the back of every audience member's head, and so that's, I'm sure, what he's referring to.
You guys don't know about it, but at night we send Pete the producer out to each of your houses, and he just installs a little thing in the back of your head, designed by AdaBots too, so you know it's quality. Yeah, it's quality.
Yeah. If it's got that AdaBots name on it, you know it's good.
Exactly.
You can trust that you're not gonna get some malicious software in there. It's just a few things to make sure you act right.
Exactly.
Don't worry about it. Yeah.
Just to hear those applause.
All right, time for our first guest. It's gonna be amazing. Welcome.
Here we are.
Hi, Tyler.
Hey, it's so nice to meet you.
Nice meeting you too. I feel like I know you.
I know.
I know, it's crazy.
Oh no, you're just one of my guys now.
Yep.
So for those not in the know, this is In One's Element, aka my mom. And we're so glad that she's here. Thank you for joining us today.
Because
Honey, I'm happy to be here.
And Alice has basically been on this journey with us the entire time. She's been making art for years, and she dove right into this thing with us. And now she's got a really awesome project that she's working on. So let's hear about what's going on with the Ukraine project.
Okay. Yeah. Well, it's going well. It's called Peace for All, and they're just little drawings that I've done with a little bit of research that I've put in the metadata that talks about aspects of what's happening without dwelling on the bad, but definitely it's there. People are in need, and I'm doing it all as a fundraiser for at 6U2, which he has a help pool and then he has a help wallet, and he is housing refugees in Nysa, Poland. So he can use all the help he can get. So whether you get something from my project or you donate to his wallet or you stake in the help pool, all of that would be good for him. And follow him because he has updates and he does other entertaining things.
He's out there. He's in it.
Yeah, he likes to entertain. He's a good guy, you can tell. And they are all verifiable. As far as
like what's going on.
Yeah, if somebody wants to talk to him, they want to call, they want to check on stuff, they're all about it.
And that's very nice because it can be hard to know like where things are going in times like this. So it's really nice to have a definite good place.
Yeah, you can see the amount that he has to take out of the pool the help wallet. Mm-hmm. And it seems like it's like once a week or something. It might not be that often, but it seems like it's coming around again all the time. And, you're watching the funds, go away. So So anything that I can do to contribute, it's been really good for me. It makes me feel like I can do something.
So you're
What's-
creating different artworks, selling them,
On token,
and all this money is going to
all profit. It does cost me a little to do the whole thing,
of course.
and I'm actually trying to hang on to some of that. So because the wallet is getting down now.
Yeah.
So, but it's all fine. I don't care.
Yeah.
What's his Twitter account? I'll share it to the
Oh,
to the
great. Yeah,
chat.
I don't have that linked. What's
Thanks.
that Twitter account?
It's at AL Harvest Moon.
Oh, yours. Yeah, that's down
Oh.
below in the description. But what about
His?
The help.
Yes.
It's at 6U2M4N. I think.
Oh, yep. Yeah, I just found
There it
it.
is. Yeah, good.
Okay, great. Yeah, maybe we
Awesome.
put it in the chat.
Yeah, I'll send it through.
Yeah,
Okay.
and like I just love the images that you've chosen. Like you have this one where you see this guy making a huge pot of soup outside for people during this time. You got a beautiful ballerina, and like it's so cool that in the metadata, it's metadata that would make our Stella cards proud because it's got like it's actually got a lot for you to read about and history, and I really like that.
That's great. Yeah, the World Kitchen is the soup guy. Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, he's there in Lviv.
Are these images up on your Twitter?
Yeah,
right
what's
now?
for sale right now?
Tyler, would you mind popping that up?
Yep. 1 sec. I just have to sign in.
Actually, I just listed my latest right before the show.
Oh, good
Oh,
timing.
And there's only one for sale. So, and it's the
That's the
Ukrainian
flag.
flag. Right.
Oh yeah.
I only minted
Awesome.
2, and I'm keeping a copy of all of them, or the one of every one of them are going to go to the Alexandria Library.
Oh,
right.
I've just got to
Oh,
talk to Jules yet
nice.
about it, but that's the idea.
That's awesome.
Awesome.
All right. All right.
So
So I just sent. I'm getting that up now, and I just sent the help Twitter account if anyone's looking for that.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
great. Very
in
cool.
the chat. Yeah.
Mhm.
That's a pretty wild Twitter name.
Yeah, I wanna
6
send
that-
M4N.
Yeah. And doesn't he also take like isn't he trying to collect NFTs as well to give as prizes if anybody
Yes, yeah, I think he has done some auctions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been
You
been
could
wanting to
ask
give
him
something.
sometime. Yeah.
Yeah. So something we definitely wanted to ask you about was how you came into this community to begin
Well, I
with.
actually wanted to ask that a very specific way.
Oh, do it.
If we're gonna go there, I want to know what it was like the first time Alyssa and Trevor came to you saying that they were doing stuff in NFTs. Like, I'm sure at that time you didn't know what NFTs were. Like, none of us really
I
did.
did not.
So I'm
right.
curious to like
you
know
didn't.
what, but like that conversation was like.
Well, you have to know the mother-son relationship. Trevor is a genius, and so so when he has something that he's super psyched about and he knows about and has something to share, then I'm gonna learn because I'm a good listener, and so.
I talked about
And
it a lot.
crypto
Yeah.
was already
Yeah,
a
I already
thing.
had the crypto thing. No one had to sell me on crypto,
Right.
even though I didn't like make bank on it. or
No,
anything.
right.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
So it was just a new way to come in, and I liked it. And then I ended up sort of just coming in on my own, even though Trevor, he was really busy. So I was just sort of
Mhm.
getting myself set up. I already had a Twitter account, so I just used the one that I had, and I had not visited it in a very, very long time.
We feel that. Same thing.
But actually, one of the things that got me in was, Trevor gave me a crypto nitties. So
Yeah.
Oh,
that was
You got to
really
pick
early.
one
That
from our
brought everything in.
collection.
Yeah, that's how we
That
got
was
it.
really early on. But also on my own, it was the Refreshed community.
Yeah,
Right.
I
that's
love
true.
those guys. They're so awesome. All of them, they've got it going on. And it's,
Refresh gang, right?
yep. And
Represent.
there's tools to use to make your own stuff, and that became evident to me. I was all in, had a great time, and I just haven't stopped yet. I will say that winter time and that kind of coming on, and COVID has, kind of put you in the house a little bit more,
True.
not going out, not as much, So there was just more time to do it, and I just dove in, which is what I do.
That's
That's
awesome.
right. Yeah, yeah. Definitely. Trevor Scott Chestnut has gotten that has gotten that from his mom. And they both have that quality of like
We're
just going into this thing.
We're gonna.
And
we're
I'm
going
glad
there. We're
that
gonna do
they
it. Yeah.
have taught it to me. But yeah, Offbeat Night says all the best sons teach their moms about NFTs.
That's
True.
right.
That's
Like
very
It's true.
Firefighter piece as well.
That's awesome.
great.
Oh, that's sweet. Yeah, because
Oh, nice.
We got one.
Yeah.
That's a good one for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. So, but anyway, I would like to say thank you to anyone who has shared the tweets and who has purchased some of the NFTs. And I'm not sure what's next as far as artwork goes for that project,
Mhm.
but they continue to have the need, so I'm going to think of something.
Yeah, totally.
Whether it's in the same, sort of, because these all sort of have the same look, and they're the first ones that I've done like that. Other have been more digital, other kind of things, I guess.
So these were
The
drawn
all
freehand,
cohesive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then used.
I drew them on my iPad with my
digital-
pencil, and then colored them actually.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Damn.
So it's really pretty simple.
Wow.
Nothing's but really.
But it's so good. Like, and I love how you've got, it all ties together with your other art in a way, as far as certain colors and just the look,
I do like warm colors.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I like that I can see that running through it all, but it's not like the same.
No, it's not. It's different for sure.
And what kind of art have you got? Have you been into outside of NFTs? Because you've been doing it forever. More, just
Yes, good
Well,
question.
I used to be into clay.
Yes.
And I'm not into clay right now. I just
A lot of
don't.
people into clay around
right.
here.
Clay. She was into clay way back then.
She should get an NFT from that.
Yeah. So
We had a pottery wheel at our house for a while.
in the living room.
Yeah.
Wow.
We
Wow.
took up space and made it available and did it
Yeah.
a lot. So, yeah,
Fun.
there's a lot of things to do. Just in the winter.
You also did watercolor
Yeah, I've done some
Um,
watercolors.
and button making and
Oh,
Knitting.
creating
lots of things.
postcards and
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Whatever comes up.
yeah.
I mean, that's what's cool about the community. Like, people who have all these like creative outlets can finally get them out. Whereas like before, you really didn't. Like, you could do like art fairs and stuff, but
Yeah. I mean, yeah, exactly. Like, you can share it with someone in your family and they'll
Yeah.
be grateful and appreciative, but they're not going to necessarily appreciate it on the same level as someone who's actually like out there to get art, like to I don't know, find art that they resonate with. So it's like another dimension.
It
Yeah.
is.
Have you thought about bringing any of those other art forms into your work on the blockchain?
No.
no.
I think you'll
I'm
end up
surprised.
there.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'd like to see
Yeah.
some watercolor.
Yeah. Maybe.
Yeah, for
maybe.
real, because
Yeah,
it's kind of
they're very
crazy how
nice.
much that isn't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like I want to do a project that I've had in my mind for a while, and I just don't know how to make it happen yet. It's too big
Can you
for
tell
me.
us something about it? Is it
I know what it
secret?
is.
Well,
I think I know what it is.
well, it was book.
Yeah,
nooks.
that's what I thought.
That's what I was
Yes,
calling
yes,
it.
that's
Book
right.
nooks in my mind, and just to promote reading and books for children, because I have done a couple children's books, but just for family and
They're
stuff
really
like that.
cool, beautiful pictures
Yeah.
and story.
So something along those lines, but
Yeah.
the way that I see it, it would be very complicated. So I've just got to
Maybe one
hang
day.
on until someday somebody falls into my lap that I
A
can.
collab.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
it's gonna need a
It'll
collab.
happen.
Yeah,
right.
totally.
No
We'll
rush.
see why
You're
not.
always you meet someone new every day around here,
Right.
and you never know what amazing thing they're going to be good at.
Yeah, no rush.
And maybe it'll happen at CNFT Con.
Yeah.
We'll be chatting with all
Oh,
sorts of
I'm
people
excited.
out
True.
there.
It'll be great. I'm excited to meet some people.
So we've
for
got our
sure.
tickets to the con already, the whole family.
Yep.
And we'll be there as a family unit most likely.
Yeah, it'll be a good time.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Gonna
gonna be
be
crazy.
rolling around that con. It's
Mhm.
gonna be a lot of fun. So
like a marble.
yeah, exactly. And you've joined us for marbles in the past.
I've only stayed up for marbles maybe 1.5 times.
But that was when it
But
started
now-
at 1 a.m. for you.
Yeah,
At the
Now it
fresh new
starts at 11.
time.
Yeah, I might do it
So-
on occasion.
Yeah. At least get the first
It's just
race
fun.
or two.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just
Uh-huh.
fun.
Yeah.
Too good of a chance to win a hot prize.
Uh-huh. So you're working on the Ukraine stuff right now, and
Mhm.
obviously that conflict is ongoing. But what is there anything else that is in the works that you're up to?
Yeah, actually, my son-in-law is an artist, like a skilled, wonderful, amazing artist, and so he's been drawing animals, but again, animals for children, not animals for like the others that we've been seeing. And I'm not saying there's
He's not
anything wrong with
drawing
that.
bored apes.
yeah,
Okay.
No,
right.
he draws
Claude.
just beautiful animals, and so we're just thinking about what we can do as a collab for kids.
You know,
Ah.
I mean, I don't know too much about the Book Nook project, but
kind of putting them together.
it kind of puts that
yeah, I know.
together.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, for sure. It's in there somewhere. I just haven't nailed
But you
everything
still
down.
might
Yeah.
maybe want another person even.
Oh, I definitely
Yeah.
cannot handle all this myself.
Yeah, right. Like
Don't
like,
want to.
Yeah.
It's enough just to get a piece out, go through everything to get it minted, and get some marketing.
Yeah, exactly.
Posting and
True. Yeah.
and having a purpose in a sense.
Yeah, getting the visionary work of it done
yeah.
about what
and
its
to
life
me,
is
I
gonna
want
be.
it to be meaningful. So
Mm.
no matter what it is, there's a
That's
lot
what
of,
we like
there's
here.
a lot of people out
Right.
there like this, and I won't start naming them all, but there are a lot.
A
And
lot
I
of
see
people
it,
that want
CNFT.
meaningful.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
great.
I would say so.
Exactly. Yeah.
There's so many, so I wouldn't want to leave anybody out. But the Refresh Gang,
Yeah, shout out.
they're all
Definitely.
yeah, for sure.
We're very grateful that they made her fall in love with it even more.
Yeah, they did.
And you've been chilling with nudes? Is that what I heard?
No. No, I just found him. I feel like I discovered that guy
Yeah.
like at the very beginning. and
you
I'm all
did.
about the Alexandria
She's been
project.
telling
You really
us about
did.
nudes forever.
Like
I
about
was just
Twitter
like, no,
Spaces.
you guys, no, the world needs to know about this.
We
guy.
finally
He's
had
so
him on the
amazing.
show.
And then we got to have him on the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was fun.
I still got to get that Charles whiteboard video.
Right. So
Yeah.
much to remember.
Yeah.
Who can keep track of it all?
I know.
There's
Hey, guys.
man.
I think I'm gonna do my exit. Is that okay for me to
Yeah.
just
Yeah,
end
yeah,
it right now?
yeah.
We've
Okay.
never had a guest do it, but I think you're the authority.
you're in
Yeah.
charge.
They've never been here with us.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
So
I'm
it's
like,
different.
There's a force of will when you're in person
think
that
so.
can make things happen.
I think we got
well, I
to do
want
some
to
good
make
stuff.
room and time for all those other guests.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're gonna be fun.
Yeah,
So
that's right.
definitely.
you guys go at it now.
All right, we
All right.
will.
All right.
Bye.
See
It
you
was great
soon.
meeting you.
Thank you for joining us.
Feel free to enjoy any treats you want.
Any of the refreshments in the house. Oh,
That's
man,
awesome.
Fun.
Woo, woo!
What an exciting opportunity.
So
well,
awesome to I feel just like a real news reporter to be sitting
Sure,
with
yeah.
your
thinking of getting like a chair to put over here and like trying to make it more of like a set, I don't know. We got lots of fun ideas. Now that we've got a little bit of time before the next one, why don't we switch back to the desk?
Oh yeah, cool.
Okay, we're gonna move to the desk. Tyler, do a song and dance. Entertain
Oh,
the
I
people.
actually have a news story, not CNFT news story, but has to do with song and dance.
Oh, good.
Oh,
Well,
great.
we're gonna cut
Yeah,
our
yeah.
feed and we'll be back.
Okay. Actually, I'm gonna screen share if you can. But I have some cool news to share with anybody watching right now. Once Trevor gets there, so we had a cool. If anyone isn't following us, we have our tour guide collective, which is me, Smitty Studio, Ugly Star, and Zektova, who are all artists under that. But Ugly Star recently just put out, or worked with this artist to create the cover art for his album. This album right here by Lord Noble, a rapper out of Connecticut. But it's a super cool album cover, of course. But the cool news story part is that Kevin Hart just posted a TikTok of him dancing to one of the songs on the album. So that's pretty freaking cool. I don't know if I can play it because I might get copyright striked, but you can go on my Twitter and watch it and see Kevin Hart dancing to a song that's on an album that Ugly Star made the album cover for. So we're very proud of him. Shout out Ugly Star because it's super cool.
Whoa,
That's
that's
nuts.
epic.
Isn't that crazy? He messaged me this morning with the video. I'm like, dude, you're crazy. Like,
I mean,
wild.
People are gonna buy that because of that, and then they'll see the art. That's so cool.
I didn't even know like the album's like on all streaming services and everything. I thought it was just gonna be like a SoundCloud album at first, like when he first showed me. But I mean, it's crazy. I'm so proud. I'm so happy for him. But
go tour guide.
Yeah, right. That's what he's saying. He's saying go tour guide.
Exactly. All the way up to the top.
Oh.
All right. Good news. Thank you for sharing. Very exciting stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm super excited.
So I think now it's time to bring on our next guest. I see he's ready for it. It's Scott wearing PJs. No,
that's actually Scott's official news uniform. Yeah, he's got a lot of different pairs of pajama looking dress pants back there.
These are clearly dress pants. $6,000 Italian pajama pants.
They're very expensive. They're very expensive because they're expensive and made to look inexpensive, because that's kind of what's hot in the news right now.
The pattern. Look at the work. The hand stitching. You can't just get that, okay?
No.
It doesn't just come from a store. I had to get Mr. Pistachio's Rolodex before I could even get close to getting pants like this. But thank you for noticing. Okay, so it's time for the next guest. We're talking about Board Club.
If you're bored of those PFP projects and you're ready for a spicy. What up, fun Claude?
Yo! With a gorilla on set.
How's it going? You can hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Coming through in living color.
Looking good.
Stylish as ever. I see you've got some retro vibes. It goes with our show. We appreciate that.
Oh yeah.
This is actually my my Fresh Prince shirt, and I'm wearing it in support of Will Smith.
Right.
We are into that. You got to support Will Smith. If you don't, he's gonna cry, and you don't want to see Will Smith cry.
No.
He was the genie. It's hard to be the genie.
Yeah,
and do a good job.
I mean, I'm not saying that like I'm all for violence. I don't promote violence or anything, but you know, if you talk bad about Jada, then shit's gonna go down.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So welcome.
Thank you
for joining us. I know that you're on a different schedule, what with being an ape and all.
Indeed. And it's a bit dark here as well now, because in the UK our clocks went forward on the weekend, so that was actually so it's about, what time is it now?
Well, we're very glad we made it.
It's 8:30 now.
Oh really?
Damn.
Getting up there.
Well, we just moved about an hour forward, so at least we got an hour closer to you.
Yep.
Cool.
So let's talk about, well, you know, you're so good at so many things, Claude. You're an amazing chef. You're an amazing model. You're an amazing communicator. You're an amazing connector. You know, you're a fashion model. You know, you've got a lot that you're doing. But I would like to hear about how this started. Did you get like, did you catch it in the air of all the apes and you said, I got to do this? Or or you said, I got to stand up for the real apes?
Well, exactly. I think you pretty much hit the nail on the head there. So I started my NFT journey back in October, and just off the back of that, so I'm quite fresh to the scene. But as I just started researching and looking at everything from the sidelines, I just saw that every other project that was just coming out was just apes, and I thought, I can't have these people just, like trashing my name and trashing the name of all my cousins
Real
and everything,
good.
like, just lining their pockets for what, So
for what is right? For what
exactly
is right?
for freaking yacht parties, like I got my cousins are dying out here, and all these guys want to do is go on bloody yacht parties. So I thought,
Tiara,
using my beautiful style and my amazing clothes, I thought I'd just do something a little bit different for the scene and have a little bit of fun while I'm at it.
Fresh.
You blow it out the water. I mean,
Yeah.
this is actually the first time that I'm getting to look at all of these together, and I'm just like,
Same here, yeah.
holy
Beautiful.
shit.
Look at that.
I
That's
mean,
Fakri Bohang. He owns that one, I think. Oh no, actually, that's on secondary.
I just
See that little scorpion there?
Yeah.
That big scorpion.
exactly.
That's my pet Steve.
Oh, nice.
You know, someone really wants to meet you because you guys have a lot in common.
Mm-hmm.
Stella here. She's also one of the first models in the CNFT community.
Yep.
Nice.
And she said, she'd be open to going out to dinner with you sometime.
Does she move much, or is she pretty static?
Does she? Does
she move much?
She moves in other dimensions, but she doesn't move in this one.
She doesn't move when you're looking at her. That's the trick.
Yeah,
you can't be looking.
Yeah.
Nice.
So do with that what you will.
Well, hook us up.
Yeah.
I'll drop you my number.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm amazed at the vast variety of awesome clothes that you have.
Right.
Well, thank you. I mean, it's quite funny actually, because Volume 1 drop is literally my wardrobe.
Yeah.
Luckily enough, and I'm a big fan of vintage fashion and going to charity shops, which are thrift stores, but for charity over in the UK. I'm just picking up some treasures. So the vast majority of all that gear is literally from my coat.
Oh, that shirt. Yeah, with the ukulele.
One you're wearing.
Yeah,
there it is. Yeah.
Oh my God, those sunglasses are so perfect.
Yeah, they're my festival shades.
Click on number 33.
You are a fashionable guy. I mean, I'm glad that you are the ape that picked up this helm. I really am.
Which is the beauty of it. Like, I mean, I get a little bit of flack sometimes. Like, people just say, "Oh, that's a dude in a suit just dressing up," but I don't know. It's not.
As opposed to
drawings. I mean, at least there's a person.
As opposed to like art with no message in it.
Well, I think this is it. This is Claude has many hidden layers. Let's say that.
So each one of these was an actual photo, then, right? I mean, it's pretty obvious, but
a separate
photo. Like, it wasn't like a generated.
Oh no! So every style has been curated individually, and photos have been taken like of myself as that style. I was thinking about doing it generative, but it just wouldn't work. And
I think
the whole thing, the whole thing is about like just trying to do something different in the scene, and just to show people that things can be a little bit different. Not everything has to be generative, and not everything has to be thousands of thousands dropped, just in one go.
I like that you can't tell, but I like that you can't tell because I like that it could be generative, but it isn't.
If you look at it,
if you look at it,
you can see it. But I feel that.
I think that's it. I think that's the beauty of. I mean, the lighting's different on every one and everything. So, just the fact that I was captured, and all of these are taken in my dining room. So, and not only that, they're taken on my mobile phone.
Nice.
A smartphone.
Wow.
Okay, wait.
So,
how are you getting the backgrounds to be different colors?
That is my wizardry on Photoshop. I'm a graphic designer.
Change it up a little bit. Okay, good enough.
Yeah. So the editing is an absolute bitch, but they look They look fresh.
I bet it
They
is.
do look fresh, very, very fresh.
So we got volume 2 coming out soon. You've already had one sale, but we're coming
Indeed,
up on
yeah.
Volume
2 is dropping tomorrow.
What? I didn't realize it was tomorrow. Oh my god.
No.
What
Batten down
time?
the head.
What time?
And you're on the white list as well. So
Yes, I know. Thank God.
get your address in that form. We'll sort it
That's
out.
awesome. I'm so glad. What time will that be tomorrow?
So 7 p.m. UTC.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
Definitely going to be there. So I want to hear a little bit about your cooking channel.
Okay. Well, that was, one of the girls, Priska in my Discord, she kind of came up with the idea and said, I'd love to see Claude actually cooking, because I'm a bit of a veggie, bit of a vegan. I call myself meat conscious, so I'm not any of them, but I don't eat red meat. And so, I like to get a little bit creative in the kitchen. And so I was just posting images, just still images in my Discord and my Discord channel. And then one of the girls, Priska, she said that she wants to see it in motion. So a couple of Sundays ago, the kids were watching the telly, so I had a little bit of time to get creative. And and the girlfriend did the videoing. So that's how that came together.
I like that.
Actually, I've sent the video to Nudes to put in the faucet.
Oh, shit.
So,
That is
I'm not
history.
sure if I should be saying it, Nudes. Sorry, Nudes, if I'm
Filling the beans.
But, yeah, so hopefully there's going to be about 8 of them in the faucet. So you might be lucky enough to mint one of those bad boys.
Yeah, because doesn't he have something called Cardano Kitchen?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just
really
tuck
cool.
my neck in there a little bit. There we go.
I really like that you're showing that vegan food isn't, like not regular food. I like
Crap. Yeah, exactly. This is the thing. Like, half the reason why it's been so easy for me to transition from one to the other is because you got so many good alternatives in that now, and it's just get one cookbook and then you're ready to roll.
Totally.
Like tofu, I didn't know that tofu was so versatile.
You don't even ever have to eat tofu. I certainly
true.
don't.
Yeah, nah. I'll tell you what, if you chop a little bit
tofu being the branding
of the cult. But just get a little bit of soy sauce in there and chuck it in the oven, bake it up. And it's just like bacon.
Awesome. And I liked that it was like a fast cooking video too, fast, full of Claude energy.
Indeed.
Now you can
we don't hang around. Claude HQ.
And there's an interview that I'm really interested in reading with you. You have a very good style on Twitter. I love the way you say very spicy things that are all very interesting to me. And you have a new interview with CNFT World. Is that right?
Oh, that was ages ago. Actually, that was really? The CNFT World. Yeah. So they gave me my first. Little help up onto the scene, really.
Cool.
So they dropped that ages. That was like one of the first things that came out. But that was I'm using that because that's such a good introduction to the project and what I'm doing and what it's all about. There's no better way of doing it, really. Look at those moves! Oh my god!
This reminds me of how Beyond Rockets came on the scene. He had this animated Skelly, or dancing just like that, and it's like
cool.
I'll send it to you.
My inspiration for that was the super bad intro.
Yeah.
So cool.
That's so cool, man.
Did it say that this next series will have 500 pieces?
No, so the whole project, the whole 500 styles project, the whole thing is 500 styles. And I'm dropping them 50 pieces a month.
Oh, okay.
Literally. So there's only 50 pieces at the moment, like on the blockchain. So as of tomorrow, there's going to be double the amount of supply. Yeah. So the whole project is only ever going to be 500 for 500 styles. and it's going to be ending at the end of the year.
The first exclusive ape project.
Sorry?
The first exclusive, the first limited.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, this is the first. Yeah. So this is just the beginning of Ball Claw Parody Club. This is the introduction to the character. So it's going to be a long introduction, but hopefully it's a good one.
Hell yeah! You want to do it nice and slow, you know.
Indeed. I mean, I literally couldn't do it any faster because I can't. There's only so many clothes I can buy at charity shops, and God knows what. eBay's not that fast either.
That's what I was gonna ask about. I was like, how did you get 500?
I know that Nintendo necklace, like some of this. Yeah, pineapple. We like that pineapple too.
Yeah.
That's the right.
I was a little bit on the fence about the pineapple on a pizza, but I thought, let's just cook it up and see what it's like. Because I don't eat meat. Obviously, I don't eat pigs, so it's the only pineapple on a pizza is a Hawaiian, and I'll never eat one of those. So I thought I might as well make my own.
Yeah,
we've always gotten it alone. Yeah, we've always.
I started off with the typical Hawaiian back in when I was younger with the ham and everything, but now I'm off the ham and I'm just onto the pineapple. So right there,
just like that, baby.
These are really high quality images
for sure.
Oh damn, that one's awesome.
Stella's whispering in my ear right now, saying, "We need to get more clothes. We need to be impressive."
She wants a necklace.
She wants to get more stuff.
Wait, let me
She's demanding
the full necklace. There it is.
Beautiful. So vintage.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that was influenced by the guys at Retro NFTs a little bit. So those guys do my minting, and those guys are the ones who introduced me to the whole scene.
Oh, awesome.
Killer.
This poor Claude, you've got those guys to thank for that.
Awesome. They're beautiful people. We met them for sushi, so
yeah, they really helped me out. Like at the start in October, they just gave me their WhatsApp, and I just fired them questions left, right, and center, and they were so supportive and so helpful. I've got a lot to thank for them.
Well, this is I'm just so glad that this is bringing so much of what is good about analog into this scene while addressing an epidemic we have of projects, of PFP projects.
Exactly. Fashion and environmental activism doesn't have to be boring. We can have a little bit of fun at the same time.
Certainly. You won't even notice you're being an activist.
No, exactly.
So you've been doing this is basically 2022. Is that this project is going to span most of the year?
Absolutely, yeah. So it's one a month, so it's March now, so we're dropping in March. So the 500th Claude will be, I'm hoping to wrap it right at the end of the year. Cool. I was kind of hoping that we can get it done before CNFT Con, but I probably don't think that's possible. So
anyway.
Get a little bit of extra.
Yeah, you can get a little. You won't even need it really, but it'll still be good for other people to be able to get in on it that meet you at CNFT Con.
Yeah, no, this is the thing. I quite like the fact that there's the chronology of it, so the whole collection is going to sort of evolve and adapt throughout the whole of the 500 pieces. So, if this project is still going while CNFT Con's on as well, and I do actually get my ass over there, then I could maybe incorporate some pieces while I'm at CNFT Con, incorporate it into the styles.
Get a little background.
Yeah, well, this is the thing, because of the nature of the project, the collabs, I was kind of hoping that some of the collabs that I could do, I could actually feature some of the real artists, not just their work.
Wow.
So we could be embracing.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Yeah, a bit different.
A true collab. You see you see the love. Claude for Emperor. I'll second that, Justin Gardner. He wouldn't take that.
No, that's too low. Justin Gardner. I think Justin is the proud owner of my Peaky Blinders Claude.
Oh.
My Tommy Shelby. I have a Tommy Shelby influence because my my projects, they kind of, these styles kind of fall into 3 categories.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got like an abstract Dada kind of thing, and then I've got like popular culture, and then I've got a relatable. So I'm dropping in like, sorry?
What was the third one?
Third one is relatable. So just kind of clothes, hopefully, that people can kind of picture themselves as. Just a little bit more like normal, run of the mill stuff. But you know, it's the comedy is in there, like with Claude, just looking pretty fresh, just in regular rags.
Fresh to death.
Very fresh.
You snuck on. Yeah, that's really cool to hear about how you sort of have it into 3 categories too. I love getting to learn.
Yeah, exactly. See, that's quite a natural progression as well, because I didn't really have the idea for that, but then obviously with the popular culture, like element of things, I couldn't do like all 500 as popular culture, and some of them are quite expensive to actually put together. So like I'm having to like have just a handful of popular culture ones and then just drip feed them in. And it's quite nice as well, like the fact that we've got just a little bit of like mystery as to what you're going to be getting and everything.
Totally.
So that's cool.
Yeah.
I got some nice little popular culture ones for the next drop tomorrow.
Ooh.
So I'm really excited.
I do love pop culture.
Yeah, I did an ET one, which I put out as a sneak peek, where I'm in a washing basket, wrapped in a in a little blanket, which is quite fun.
So would you say that the pop culture ones like are slightly more rare?
Yeah, I suppose.
Are you trying to not really do that?
Yeah, well, this is the thing. Like, I mean, half of this project is kind of poking a little bit of fun at the sort of standard AlgoGen project model. So I've got to keep some of those those little traits in there. But some of the rarer ones in my collection are I've got one GIF in every drop. And that's an animated GIF. It's like a shiny. When you were kids and you used to collect all your stickers and all. So that's the feeling.
Sure.
Yeah, just get a little bit of nostalgia.
That's one of those things that is just like a beautiful retro thing that you don't lose, that we can't let other people take away from us.
Absolutely, yeah.
I totally feel that.
Yeah.
Well, it's been so awesome to talk to you.
Well, you too, guys.
Is like we've been wanting to meet you ever since we heard, and then Jenny Sita, she messaged me.
Oh, I love Jen.
Yeah, she like I had already seen you in one of our spaces, and I was excited. And then she sent me a message, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I definitely need to get on this."
I think we got to shout out Will too, Mr. FOMO, because I think he was talking about it like long before I think the first drop.
Yeah, he always is.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. See, that's the thing with spaces is I miss him quite a lot because I'm on different time zones and everything. Yeah. So like Cardano the Stoners Club is on when I'm asleep and everything.
I know.
So yeah, it's such a shame, really.
That's okay. You get in when you can. We all gotta have periods of time where we duck out. We're in one of those right now. It just you got to, so you can keep going along.
Dude.
Gotta keep at it.
Well,
all right.
We're very excited for tomorrow, 7 p.m. UTC, 50 more in the 500 total installment of Board Claude Parody Club.
That's so cool.
Tied as the parody on Cardano. Okay.
All right, legit. Well, thank you so much for coming again, and I hope that we get to have you back on sometime.
Hell yeah!
Very welcome. Oh, I'll be looking forward to it.
And we'll have to get a hug at CNFT Con.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I make enough money with the project, then I'm there.
Yeah. Well, I'll give you some money tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll give you. We'll contribute to it. All right. Peace out, man.
Bye.
Cheers, guys.
He had 2 mouths.
It's like an alien.
Like a shark. Yeah.
Like a smaller one inside.
If anyone's looking for the links, we have his link tree in the comments.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, very nice.
Good job.
So we're going to bid adieu to summer.
Mr. Pistachio said that I have to get some new wardrobe because he's displeased. So
And he said she has to do it in the middle of the show.
and we're gonna pick up some new pajama pants for you too. Don't worry.
It's hard
I
to
mean,
get these.
pajama dress pants.
They're very expensive.
Cheers.
All right, awesome.
Yeah, all right, summer.
Okay, that was pretty cool. Just you and me, huh?
Mm-hmm.
The show with the boys.
Yes, sir.
So, how you doing, Tyler? How's things been?
Doing pretty good. I got all the health insurance stuff figured out.
That's
so
right.
We're good. We're healthy now.
Did you get scammed after all?
We'll see. I'm supposed to get my money back from one of the places, so I have legit health insurance now.
Well, that's what you need.
Yes,
from
sir.
what I understand. Yeah, that's a good thing. So next up, we're going to be bringing on Turf. Very excited to welcome these guys. And
yes, this is such a cool project.
After that, we have Shadowrealms, and after that, we have Elementz. And for those of you just joining us, each of these interviews is 15 minutes long today, and that's because we have a lot to get through.
Extravaganza.
That's right. It's an and I've got the soundboard hooked up. So, what is it? That's what it is. Okay.
It's a little quiet. I don't know.
The soundboard's quiet. Oh, I think I had to turn it down for marbles because, reasons. All right, cool. Well, I think we might as well just roll right on into our next one, huh?
I'm down.
All right. Well, without further ado, here is the team from Turf. Welcome.
Hey guys. Woo-hoo.
Hello. Welcome, y'all. All right. Thank you so much for coming. I know it's a little later out there, so we appreciate your time.
Sure. It looks a bit dark in our webcams, huh?
Right. So Turf. This is a cool project. It's very very artistically pleasing. It's got some great aesthetics going on there. Do you want to give us the kind of overview?
Sure.
Yeah.
Harm, you want to take it over? Should I?
You go for it.
I go for it. Yeah. Well, I mean, what we create is cartographic art on the blockchain, Cardano more specifically. So this is an idea that I had like 10 years ago already, and I created a similar representation of my hometown Rotterdam in the Netherlands, and I sold it just as prints on canvas prints, and people really loved it. So that was a short project, and I finished it and never did anything with it anymore. But I always kept in the back of my head like there's something here, and I want to do something with it. I'm fascinated by it. So then I met Harm. Harm was in the Cardano community, in the Cardano space. So then I thought, well, maybe there's something there, and then we started Turf. So that's essentially how it came into existence.
Yeah. That's very cool. So it's all about just like one of ones of each, basically everywhere, all the city maps, right? Is it every city? How many cities?
It's not even city maps. It's the entire world. We have
the world.
Put a lot of effort into, we're running our own database with like all the features of the entire planet in terms of streets and waterways and rivers and seas, etc. And here you see a little example of how the minting interface will, more or less, going to look like.
Oh,
wow! So you can literally on a Google map, it's not Google Map, but a similar looking interface. You can browse, you can search for your town, you can search for any place really, and then select the squares and go through the checkout and be happy with your turfs.
So are these generated as they're purchased? Or like, is the artwork all exist somewhere?
No, generated.
Okay.
Yeah. We can't. There's no way to store all that data.
I figured it would be a lot. That's so wild. Oh, here we go. Here's another example. Yes, I remember seeing the very first video that you guys dropped and getting pretty excited about this, especially knowing Garm at least before now from Cardano space. Very cool to see more projects coming out from you guys, at least from Garm anyways. So what was the what was the impetus? Where did the idea come from?
Yeah, so that's really what I did 10 years ago. I don't have an example of it at hand now, but it looked quite similar to this. So this is an actual print.
Okay, so it really is so close, and this is like an expansion of that project.
Yeah, so look, that picture is a nice Instagram-ified version of what you see there in the back.
Yeah.
And
wow. Yeah, look at that. wait.
During daytime, so
there it is.
There you go. The plants and the llama is also still
very
there.
pretty. I like that. Nice little nook.
Yeah. But so that was the idea. And then going on the blockchain and making it interactive, because that's the cool thing about the NFT itself, right? That you can play with it. There's multiple modes. You just showed some example in the top tweet. There's an art mode that you can toggle, bear mode, and you can zoom in, zoom out. You can really dig into the details of your favorite city, your favorite place,
Yeah,
so I think that's really quite unique.
And on the back,
we even have a link that we could maybe share to a version of a very special place. I think Ralph, you have it, right? And
please.
There is the
very
chat on the top right here. You can send that over, and then Tyler can
private chat. Where is it?
Can open it.
Excited to see that.
How to scroll. Send messages is only supported for hosts.
I think in top right you can click on private, and then it does.
Oh yeah. Send it to a private thing here.
It's a special one.
Okay.
And Harm, I'm gonna have to leave you to it because my baby is crying right now. I'm super sorry. Timing couldn't be worse, but I have to go. Because
no, not at all. Baby's above NFT.
Yeah, exactly.
That.
See you in a minute.
Okay.
Well, if you open it here,
I'm opening it, but I wanna make it so it shows just right. Here we go. Perfect. Ooh,
so here's a place I think you're pretty familiar with.
I'm pretty familiar. Yeah.
I think this really illustrates sort of the power of these turf depictions. Wow, we feel like, well, by sort of creating a beautiful artful depiction of your hometown, like or where you met your spouse, or where where your house is. That's going to create a sort of very strong emotional connection to the piece and make you, truly cherish it.
And hopefully it's right here. It's this red block. This is where I lived. Before we moved, we just moved, so I'm not doxing myself too bad, but we're no longer there.
You can still go on a tour and see your previous home.
Go to that red dot if you're really interested. And of course, we have the French Quarter down here, taking on a little tour. Whoa. Oh shit!
And if you click on B right now, you're going to go into what's called the bear mode, and that allows you to go even more deep into it in a little bit of a psychedelic way.
Okay, this is Jackson Square. Okay, this is the St. Louis Cathedral. For those of you playing at home, that's awesome.
You know what's cool too? I think is there height data built into these? Like with the buildings, because it looks like some are higher than others.
It's actually not, although I get why you sometimes get that impression. We think, high data is a lot harder to come by for the entire world, but it's definitely something on our wish list for a future version or, interpretation of sort of the places that you love in, maybe a year from now. Just building this took many, many months to get right, and it's been a huge project, but super excited about it. And I do think that sort of one of the additional positive points of this emotional connection, that we create is that we think these NFTs also appeal to a very wide audience. Mm-hmm. So, I have many friends, I have family that are sort of latently interested in NFT as the technology, and they think that there's a lot of interesting stuff happening in the space, but they do sort of get a lot of profile picture projects thrown at them. And those aren't super appealing to my parents, who don't really use Twitter much or at all. But they do sort of appreciate create or purchasing a piece of art that they have an emotional connection with because their home is on it. And we're sort of striving to take this to sort of audience that's bigger than crypto, just anyone out there who has an emotional connection with their places that they love. And then this might be a great sort of gateway NFT to get them into our world, you know?
I mean, I
What is
think so.
the
You can like, it just makes a lot of sense. Like you don't have to understand NFTs. You just know that this is my neighborhood, and if I own it, I'm the only one who can own it, which I think is cool. Right?
and the fact that it's interactable
Exactly.
brings
Yeah,
it to
that
a
too.
new level. Definitely.
Definitely.
What
Yeah.
is the 9 on the back?
I was gonna ask
Yeah.
that.
I'm
Is that?
seeing things and I'm wondering.
I have a guess. Can I guess?
Yes, guess.
So, in the buying screen that you guys were showing earlier, is it because it's 9 blocks from that screen?
Ding,
Or
ding, ding, bingo.
What?
oh yeah.
Yeah. So for the first mint, we're gonna essentially offer you 3 types of NFTs that you can buy. So it's we cut up the entire world in 2 by 2 kilometer squares. It's a little bit more than a mile for each square. And then if you get 4 next to each other that you select, then we merge them into one larger turf, and then you get a 4 shown on the back. And the same with if you get a 3 by 3, then we merge it into
This is a big boy.
9. This is a pretty big boy, yeah.
That's cool. So what if someone just bought, like, I don't know, downtown? You wouldn't be able to then turn it into this larger thing because that area would already be owned by someone else.
Yeah, exactly. You would need
Right,
to collect
interesting.
all of them in order to be able to merge it into a bigger one. So for V1, we're probably not gonna enable the merging straight away if you've collected the singles. That's like technologically pretty involved, but we do give you the option to, well, select the 3 by 3 straight
Do it
away and have it
when
merged
you
into a
buy.
bigger one.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
makes sense.
Ooh, so when you drop, are you dropping like time zone by time zone, continent by continent? Like, what's your strategy here?
Yeah, great question. And we're trying to keep things simple. So we'll start with a very small drop actually this Thursday at 8 p.m. UTC with 100 allow list spots. And the reason for that is essentially it's a pretty involved system that we showed you, like digitizing the entire planet and then making sure that stuff doesn't break. It's pretty risky business. So we figured, okay, let's start small. Let's then sort of see that everything's working correctly. I think there's going to be some errors. Then we'll fix all of that, make sure that we can, well, maybe remint those that show up with errors. Although, fingers crossed, it all goes well, right?
Yeah.
And then if that's successful, then pretty soon we'll do a bigger, probably public mint, where anyone can sort of select their place that they love, big or small. There's one little caveat. We were getting a lot of questions of like people who live in Bangkok, for instance, because Bangkok is a very popular place to visit. So everyone has fond memories of that place. And well, we sort of wanted to make things a little bit fun and gamify it a little bit and sort of keep it fair. So we said, okay, we're going to take the Wikipedia page, which says the list of most visited cities in the world, and those we're going to lock initially. And then over time, we'll release those cities
That makes a lot of
for
sense.
more
Yeah.
people.
Yeah. Oh, we got him back. Hey.
I'm back.
All right. Welcome. Taking care of business out there.
Yep.
Okay, I had a question. What about rural areas where that aren't like block by block? What are those going to look like?
That's a good question. I think they look beautiful too. It's very, yeah, we don't have an example, do we, Harm? I think we could create one quickly. So the minting interface should already be kind of up. Do you have any rural area in mind, or?
No. I
We
mean,
could try.
Generally, because most of the examples that we've seen have been, the cities, kind of centralized locations and recognizable also, but
Yeah.
rural or maybe like mountainous. Like, how are you handling this? As soon as you said you're doing the whole world, I'm like, what about the ocean?
Yeah, the ocean is going to be pretty minimalistic, huh? It's going to be just one square with one color.
That's pretty cool.
But no, I think to be honest, the mountainous areas and rural areas look pretty awesome. Because what we do is we have the database with features which are like roads, even footways, that kind of stuff. Even the smallest mountain roads are in there.
Cool.
And those will divide the surface in shapes, and those shapes will be the colored parts. So you'll probably get bigger patches with one color, but they can really align nicely, and you get little lines through it, which are the small mountain roads. So it looks really, really, really cool.
We have a request for Kuchenhof from
Keukenhof. That's a good one.
Someone, that's JP sitting backstage.
Is it a good one? Not sure how interesting that would be, but you can try. It's very small, the Keukenhof. And so I'm not sure what Harm already explained, but our squares are 2 by 2 kilometers. So the Keukenhof is just a fraction of that. So I'm not sure if you would see any interesting part. But maybe the fields around it are interesting.
Hey, I don't even know what it is. Is that somewhere around Amsterdam?
Yeah, it's like a very, very touristy flower exposition that we do in the Netherlands. A tulip exposition.
That's cool.
So it sounds like depending on the amount of scenery in a block, different aspects will be shown. Because I think in this New Orleans one, there's no road, but there would be in like more rural ones. Is that correct?
Sorry, in the New Orleans one, there's no...
no road, I don't believe. I think it's just like...
Well, so it's quite a large one, that one. So if you zoom in, you'll see that all the little differently colored squares are divided by roads.
They're just not there. They're like the negative space.
Yeah. But on the rural ones, the roads would be shown and stuff.
Yes, definitely. Yeah.
Well, they'll be seen through the negative space still, coloring in. Like
I'm just thinking if like there's like a plot where it's just like a house and like just a road going through, that could look really cool. Just like line block, and then nothing else, or rather than just one block for a house. You know what I mean? Because then that would. I'm just talking to Trevor.
Yeah. It's all about them roads. It looks like, now that I look at it with kind of a more, here, let me pop yours up, a more critical eye. It's like, yes, that I can see that the roads are just negative and they're everywhere, but they're not really shown. They're just shown by example.
And not being there. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's
cool.
That's how we do it.
Oh, we're getting to the end here.
Found an older test with a rural one we could quickly pull up if you like.
Definitely. Yeah, you guys are able to screen share too.
Yes, if you'd like to, you can pop it up. Just at the bottom, it says share. You can choose if you want to do a tab or a window or whatever.
All right. Let me see. I can do that real quick.
We are getting right up to the end of the segment. So, you got it.
Final thingy. So this one's Beaufort, Georgia. And there you have a lot bigger.
Oh, wow. Okay, yeah, that's beautiful. Wow.
And it's really different. The mountain roads and the creeks, they're all represented now.
Water
by negative space. Yeah. So really, every place on Earth will give a uniquely different piece of art, essentially. Yeah.
And if you hit space, I'd like to see the shuffle on this one. Ooh. Yeah.
We can also do disco mode.
Whoa.
Keeping space.
Hold space.
Hold it down. That's great. Oh, so cute. I love this stuff.
So this is what the actual NFT will be like as well too, right? In the metadata.
Yeah. It will include this interactive version, and it will also include a ultra high resolution printable version of it.
Oh, cool.
So you can send it to your local print shop, or you can have it printed through our future to be in existence.
Uh-oh.
We got rugged.
A little bit of a rug. Okay, and we're back.
There we go. Wow.
I kind of like that.
Shuffling.
Hey, look at us. We look so good up here.
Yeah, right.
Okay, cool. Well, I think that's taking us. Yep, there it is. Taking us right to the end of the segment, guys. This was really fun. This was rad. I think that the artwork has, especially with the rural stuff, has really surprised me, and in a good way.
Yeah.
Nice. That's cool. Good to hear. So do we want to do the raffle still, Harm? Do we have time for that?
Oh, okay. What's the
Giveaway time?
Well, yeah, we can do that.
We have a what's the word? Anonymized turf, and people have to guess which city it is.
Oh,
then
okay.
what they can win is we'll raffle 5 allow list spots for the Mint, which is coming up this Thursday, 31st of March.
Okay, so if they think they know what it is, then say it in the chat.
Yeah, they can say it in the chat. We'll also, right after this broadcast, we'll post it on our Twitter. People can DM us.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, let's take a look. I'd love to see it.
Let's see.
Tyler, I think this rug is all your fault because I see that you have 3 different things, 3 different screen shares active right now.
I don't know how that happened. Oh, there we go.
Oh, here we go.
Look at this one.
Okay. Who knows where this is?
Take a
Not
good look.
me.
Post it on Twitter. Maybe we're including some hints because the past has proven that it's more difficult than we think. But yeah, give it your best shot.
Clearly some sort of waterway or really large road going through the middle there. A 20-lane highway or maybe a river. Not sure.
It makes more sense.
Take your best guess.
These seem like islands. I would. It's the first hint, huh?
Probably water.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Very cool.
It looks familiar. I don't know. Damn. It's like that. Have you guys seen that game on Google Earth where you go to a random place in first person mode and you have to try to figure out what country it's in?
Yeah, I've seen that. That's fun, huh? That's addictive.
Love that.
It is super cool. Also, guys, I sent anyone watching, their Twitter account to the chat.
Yes, great.
And
it's also in the chat, but it's in the description below as well.
Right.
Nice. Thank you.
All right, legit. Well, check out that Twitter, guys, and submit your guess. You know, it doesn't cost you anything. And what can they win? What's the whitelist you said?
Yeah, allow list. We like to call it, but we're raffling 5 allow list spots. Yeah.
All right, awesome.
Cool. Thank you so much, guys, for having us.
Distracted.
Thank you for coming on. I mean, this project is so sick.
Absolutely.
I know I keep saying that, but it's super cool to see, especially I think for us because Trevor did a little bit with maps, with stuff, and like me too, doing the architecture stuff. Like I've done a lot with maps too. So
it's kind of turfy back there.
Yeah, the map in the back. Yeah, it kind of looks similar. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Awesome.
All right, y'all. Well, thank you so much for coming again, and I'm sure that we'll see you.
Oh yeah,
again.
I think definitely.
Great project.
Thanks so much.
Cool. Thank you so much.
Bye, y'all.
Thank you, guys.
Enjoy the rest of the show.
Yeah. All right.
That's such an awesome project.
Turf.
So slept on too. Anyone watching right now, go follow. They only got 359 followers, and this is probably one of the coolest projects around right now.
The amount of work to develop the code that will do that.
Yeah.
Just like that. Oof.
I can't imagine.
Impressive. I don't know how that works.
It's crazy.
But I'm very impressed, and I'm glad that somebody out there is doing it because it's. I want one. I'm ready for it. I'm gonna try and guess where that city is that they've put up there. It's probably somewhere in Europe, which I feel is not very fair to me. But I guess I'll let it slide this time. Okay, cool. Let's bring out our next guest. We went a little long last time, but I think we're still pretty much on track schedule-wise. We've got Shadowrealms. We got JP representing Shadowrealms waiting in the wings here. So, Tyler, if you would point, please.
Let's see. There we go.
Welcome,
Welcome.
JP.
Hey.
All right.
So,
Shadowrealms.
interesting show tonight, or
Yeah,
today
it's been
even.
a lot of fun.
Yeah,
So
it's been a little
I
different.
think I lost that link you sent earlier when we got rugged for the Twitter.
Oh, right.
If you'd be able
yeah, let me
or actually wait, I did follow
drop that in the
I
private.
just
Actually,
got
drop
it.
it in the public too. The link is also
Yeah.
in the description below to the Shadowrealms Twitter.
Oh,
So Shadowrealms. Now we were on deck to talk with the actual creator of this project, but it's about 4 a.m. right now where he is. So we're we're not going to make him do that, and instead we have JP, who is a mod and a longtime supporter of the project, a mod in the Discord channel.
That's correct.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
JP, what can you tell us about the project, Shadowrealms?
So the team decided that they wanted to bring the play to earn to Cardano, and the team itself was busy playing similar trading card games on other networks like Splinterlands, and they wanted to bring their experience and give people of Cardano a way to play to earn. And they've decided to develop a TCG, and they had a collab already with the Player Mint, and we had some exclusive Player Mint pack drops there for the Player Mint founder holders to purchase. And the game itself is going to be evolving around your trading card games, and it's basically you're going to have a deck you can build. You can have there's going to be 8 slots, so your deck consists of eight cards, six monster slots. So you're going to have a weapons and shields to help during your duels, and there's different elements within the game. So as you start to build up your deck, you've got a mana cost, and each game is going to be a random cost. But so each monster or card will have a cost to that, and you can go to the full cost of the requirement or less than, as long as you don't go over the required mana slot for that duel.
Wow.
And then you eventually you'll battle it out. You take turns into attacking, and then when your health is reduced to 0, that monster card is removed, and then the next one comes in. And you can have your weapons that can give a buff and a debuff at the same time to a certain card as you go through, and you can have shields as well. Also, what's going to be coming into this is pets. So you can have a pet in your battle.
Cool.
But by having a pet, you sacrifice your shield. So you have one or the other. So you have a bit of strategic thinking to do. Pets, eventually you'll be able to breed. So your NFT, if you've got 2 NFT pets, you can breed. There will be a cooldown period. That's a pet there, one example.
Yeah.
So there'll be
a shield.
So there'll be a cooldown period. So your pet could breed like twice a month, and then that pet then will become an NFT. And with and I see there you shared some lands, and this is the next part. So the lands are going to play something quite interesting. This is some farmlands, and each land is going to have a rarity from common, rare, legendary, mythical. Depending on the rarity will depend on what resources can be farmed. And so your monster cards will actually farm or work in your lands.
Interesting. I'm digging the game design stuff, and I want to hear more specifics, but I do want to ask real quick, how is this? Where is this played? Where will this be?
So it will be in initial development will be web browser, with further development going into app, into a Android app, iPhone.
Okay. Continue then. That I can now.
Yeah. So it will be web browser based.
Great.
And then your lands. So in this case, so your monsters can work the lands. Each land will give a different resource, and that's the farmland you've got here. You've got some portal lands. You've got ocean. You'll have ocean lands. This is a ruins where you can get jewels and gold.
Cool.
And the different rarities will give you different quantities of resources. The resources will help you aid in your pet breeding. Will also allow you to create weapons, shields, and craft potions. Potions will have a multiple dual use, where you could use a potion could last a couple of duels. And this is where and the cool thing about this will be is that any player crafted cards will not be sold in packs. So you craft something, you're the owner of it, and you can trade. There'll be a market. You can trade that within the game marketplace or in something like CNFT or JPEG store.
Right.
So up to you what you do with those cards that you craft. But they're yours. They're unique. So that they won't be able to be. They won't be sold. So these
artwork.
The artwork.
This is all made for this project.
Yes.
So
good. So Rick there's actually over nearly 100,000 different cards already. There's some alpha packs released on Cardano Hub already. So one pack is 16 ADA. And you get 6 NFT cards in that pack.
So here's the packs, dude.
Oh wow!
I was interested in this project, and I had looked at it. I'd gone to the website, but I guess I didn't understand.
Yeah,
I knew the art. The art was immediately like, okay, what's happening here? Because clearly this is some of the best quality. I mean, it looks like it was made for what it is, which is not necessarily what you see all the time in Cardano NFTs. Sometimes people seem to be just like, okay, it's NFTs, so it's early. We just do what we do. But this seems like just right.
This art and the models of the plots are amazing. Are these artists that are on the team, or are these artists?
So this is Rick himself. He's designed everything. I believe he does have one other person there in support, but he's going through. He's designing everything for the project. He's been working on it quite some time, and in very shortly we will have the first land sale. So the guys the Playermint team that have been supporting, we've got going to do an exclusive white list there. So current holders and the Playermint holders will be on the white list, and then we're going to go into the public sale, and it's going to be 25,000 lands initially. That's going to be split into plots, districts, and regions. Just before I get that say it incorrectly, just let me just check one.
Yeah, you want to.
Yeah, so I know those are correct. So what the team will do is so a plot will give you a random number throughout the world map. A district is going to give you 100 plots, and that will be only 5 districts will be available for the mint, but it will give you 100 plots. So it'll give you two keeps, farmlands, mines, 1 import-export land that you can trade with, and then the rest will be totally random types of land. But with a district, all your land will be adjacent.
Okay, great.
That'd be cool.
So if you buy an individual plot, these will be totally random throughout the map. And then the biggest one that we've got is regions. So that will consist of 500 plots, but there's only 3 of those available. And that will give you like a castle that's going to be legendary or mythic. So that will give you a lot of resources. And then you've got there with 2 keeps, farmlands, 10 mines, 3 villages, and your import-export as well. So all these lands will come, and again, buying a region, you have everything adjacent.
Who's doing the dev work for this?
Well, real quick, I do have
sorry,
one map question. This is kind of specific, but I just can't get it out of my head. So looking at the images you guys posting, it looks like it's in a 3D printing software, and these edges down here look like
they all join together, correct?
Okay,
yes.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, so again, it's like a jigsaw puzzle bit of there. They all can connect together. If you look on the Twitter profile, you'll see one of the cards that has been turned into a 3D model as well.
Let me go here.
I think I missed that.
So will the lands include like a 3D print file? Like
that's something that is still being which way to go, but maybe that comes a bit later on once the development has been done. We've got there's a game studio on board, and yeah, we just now working with them and trying to get the remaining funds to start pushing the development through.
So you said play to earn. What is that all about? How does that come in?
So as you do your battles, and you start, if you win, you can then trade your you'll win the SHDR, which is going to be the token for the game. SHDR. That's also that you'll be able to, in the packs that you'll get some cards will actually be the token itself. So you can redeem your card for the tokens, which will help you in game, where you can then start trading with other players. So you will win and trade with the SHDR. And then that is already been on Sunday Swap already for a small amounts on Sunday Swap already.
Okay, interesting.
And so it's going to evolve around the SHDR, which you would then be able to go into ADA.
Okay, and what can you spend SHDR on within the Shadowrealms ecosystem?
So it's going to be you'll be able to with all the resources and the cards that are crafted from players, or be able to buy new packs of cards. And I believe what was it? I think there was one more. Just need to check my notes that Rick left me.
I've been very impressed with your how much you're able to
sell.
And
lands as well. You'll be able to trade and sell lands with the token, and eventually when it goes there, there'll be some governance in there as well.
Okay, so yes, I'm very impressed. You did a really good job.
There's a lot. I mean, our main focus now is definitely the lands. We've got the cards out on Cardano Hub, the alpha packs. Again, that's good. I think for six NFT cards for 1688, that's some helps everybody get in, and that's one of the missions there, is to make it affordable, not only for the initial launch or anything like that, for anybody who wants to be interested. You know, when that's been some obstacles, and people want to get into projects, but the buy-in is high, and not everybody has that. So to make it affordable, keeping the price as low as possible.
That's legit. So as we wrap this segment up, I wanted to give you some props for another thing that you've been working on, Minecraft Mind Test.
Yeah, and just before we drop off there, we are going to be doing a giveaway for any new members that join our Discord. I've dropped it into Discord itself to Tyler. If you check your DM, that will be the card that we're giving away. And we have quite a lot, so there's not going to be a raffle for it or anything. It's just come join the Discord, give JP a DM, and we'll arrange the card.
That's awesome. Well, this is just I have to show this off. So completely separate from Shadowrealms and what JP's here to actually talk about. I'm going to hijack this just for the last minute and just show the incredible, massive pyramid that he built in survival mode on the Mindtest server for PlayerMet. So this is currently hollow, but obviously there's a lot more. I mean,
Jesus Christ, that's so cool.
So aside from all the other stuff we've been talking about, if you want to check out the Mindtest server, the server is called CC Beta. You can download Mindtest for free.
This is in the same server.
This is the same one, yeah.
Wow,
and
that's crazy.
You can walk here. You can get here from spawn pretty easily if you want to see it. This is just one of the incredible things he's done on this server. JP is an amazing man. Okay, awesome. Well, we did it. Thank you so much, JP. This was huge. And I'm sure Rick is very appreciative that he doesn't have to get up at 4 a.m. and talk about all this himself.
Yeah. So yeah, Discord links you can get through via our Twitter. There's a web page and some PDFs there, a bit more on the project, and also being created is a new revised version of the white paper that will be also coming out soon. And check out our Twitter and Discord for the land drop.
Yeah,
I'm sold.
Yeah. I'm gonna send.
I was on the fence, but I'm sold. Definitely gonna be picking up some of these card packs. Okay, cool. Well, thank you so much, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, bye.
All right. I sent Shadowrealms to the links. I know they're all in the comments, but just
might as well. Yeah, I like that. Okay, cool. Well, next up we have Elementz.
So is that already our last one?
That's our last one. Yep. Wow. And guess what? We are on schedule. There's been no schedule mistakes.
I thought we've been going fast.
It's good. It feels good.
Yeah.
Maybe we should schedule all of our shows. It seems hard though.
We
tend to start rambling.
Yeah, true.
But so stick around for Elementz here, who we're just about to bring out, and after that we're going to be talking about some drops that are happening in the next few days, and we're going to be talking about some projects to keep your eye on that don't necessarily have a drop date but are pretty cool. So without further ado, I think it's time. We're bringing them out. Here we go. And
welcome.
Hey, welcome.
Hello, how's it going?
Oh, it's so good. I'm so glad that we get to chat with you. And in the great outdoors too. How nice.
Yeah, I have 2 kids and I have a really, really big dog and also my husband. So the house is really, really noisy and I usually always do these outside. So
it looks like a really nice day.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. I'm glad.
Beach.
Get out there and enjoy it. That's what we're doing. Awesome. So Elementz, this is a really interesting project. Can you give us like the layman's kind of rundown?
Sure. Well, Elementz is basically the revival project of Ada Clouds. It was basically, I was the former community manager of Ada Clouds. The former project did sell out. But the art did not meet the expectations at all. The art was super rushed. And the project leader, obviously, as we know now, his intentions were not really so great.
Oh.
Right. So basically, the very different results after the expectations and the previews that had been seen, I think was a big factor. NFTs at that time were also seen quite a low.
Yeah.
It was around the same time that Mutants came out, and basically there were too many projects trying to do the 10K thing at that time, and then thinking that they could all just follow the clay formula, basically. And then around that time, the saturation was just too high, and then the CNFT market definitely dipped around that time. But a huge factor for sure was the rushed art and just the rushed nature of the project in general. So basically, it ended up being a very slow rug. It looks like the project leader really just waited for the royalties to come in, to get the royalties in place, and for the policy ID to close, and then just left.
I got a quick question about that. So I'd heard like just through the grapevine that the original creator was really young, and that's why.
Yes,
is that
he was
true?
really young. He posted something that someone shared to me, like saying that it was just too much pressure for him and blah blah blah. That's fine, but he made a lot of money. The project completely sold out. It was 40 ADA, and there was like 5,555 clouds. So he had more than enough money to reinvest something into the project, or give it over to myself and to the artists who were very interested in continuing the project and trying to make people happy, basically. All the time, we were just always pushing him to do things. And the initial exchange idea was mine, and the project leader pretended to use it, but he only used it as a ruse to give him time for the policy ID to close. So I understand mental health and all that, but at least if you make a lot of money, give it over to the right people who are going to take over it if you really feel that mentally you cannot handle it.
Yeah.
Or at least give a large portion of it over to the community and let them, recover the project. So I understand that mentally he was not, prepared for the blowback and for the floor freak out that I'm sure we've all seen, which can be super toxic. But there were criticisms that were very fair, even if the way that they were delivered was really immature and toxic. 'Cause I received a lot of that too, definitely. But regardless, it's nothing that I took personally. For me, I look at it in terms of responsibility.
Definitely.
Basically, those people are your investors, and you do have a responsibility, especially if you've made many promises. So basically, that is our history. There's two phases to the project. Phase 1 is more focused on the art and tiered pricing. Basically, it's an exchange idea where instead of adding more saturation to the ADA clouds, the idea is to exchange them over time with each drop to more high quality art. So phase 1, basically, the idea behind it is to let new investors come in, let old investors basically become part of the project, become part of the community. And those who are not interested in the project, it gives them a chance to liquidate. So before ADA Clouds is basically at 8 ADA, they were not moving at all. It was only 8 ADA because that's the minimum.
Right.
But it was basically a dead project. Now the floor is 15 ADA. We've definitely seen a lot of movement. We've moved the royalties to the actual community wallet, thanks to JPEG Store, who started the whole thing.
Great.
So we have been seeing lots of movement in the secondary market. So a lot of people have faith in the project, or at the very least have faith in the team. And they know that we're very serious about, carrying it out to the best of our ability. So phase 1 basically is focusing on the elements. So the first drop is going to be 1K new clouds. So they're going to be able to exchange their old ones with 15 ADA for the new clouds. Second drop will be earth, then it's going to be fire, then water. So there's going to be 4 elements, basically. So each one is going to be a new design. So the idea behind phase 1 is through tiered pricing to basically allow people to either liquidate, join the new project, or get on board if they're previous investors. And then just add higher quality and add higher diversity to the overall collection instead of adding more saturation to it. So that's the basic premise of phase 1. We're also going to be giving out our coins with each drop. There's going to be different elemental coins, various ways to earn them. There's going to be various staking methods, and just a sort of balance to it. Basically, if you want to keep your original ones, because there will be some left over, we want those to also have some form of utility. And we are trying to have you be able to upgrade them after all 4 drops. So the idea is get rid of all the ugly ones, because there are quite a few. Yeah, I mean, it was a collection that really did a lot wrong. There was too many, like the nice ones were like such a small part of the collection, and the cool traits were such a small part of the collection, and then the common ones were like 90% of the collection. So the idea is to basically trade those in, keep your favorites. I know a huge favorite is the Pernus Cloud, is very, very popular. And then at the end, we want to let people upgrade them as well if they want to 3K, basically, which is going to be the new resolution. So all of them are going to be minted in 3K. If you check out the new sneak peeks, I don't know if you're on the Discord server.
I can pop in, yeah, let's see.
Yeah, but if you check out the new sneak peeks, I think they're posted on the website too in the little scroll thingy. But the new sneak peeks, not only are they higher resolution, but they just have way more personality. They're way more lively looking. They're way more personable. So there's definitely an upgrade to the art quality. But we also definitely want to add some utility aspect to it over time. So phase 1 is really just the foundation. Phase 2 is not going to be the tiered pricing anymore. It's going to be all new pricing, all new project. It's going to be more focused on the creation of, the game that we would like to make in the future. Basically, the premise of that is we do want to make something that brings in more people, brings in more investors, gives people more purpose for their staking, opportunity to sell their coins or use them in game. And just our whole purpose is to try to make a very kind of balanced ecosystem where everyone can benefit in a different way.
I'm looking at these sneak peeks right now. These are so cool. I like how banded some of these are. How the color is just kind of fade.
Yeah, there's a lot of focus on the art. Yeah, basically the artist is individually rendering everything. So we just finished the metadata. And he is going to individually render everything to make sure that the quality comes out basically exactly like the sneak peeks.
Yeah.
The initial idea was to match the old sneak peeks, but I think we've actually really surpassed the old sneak peeks because they look way more fun than even the initial ones.
Yeah, they do.
Come back to the beginning here. I think the textures are really cool on this project.
Wow, this one's really cool.
These textures, all these planets. Yeah, it's so cool. I can't believe it's been what an interesting story. And
honestly.
And a good happy ending, maybe, hopefully, seemingly. You guys seem to be going into happy ending land, right?
Well, it seems so. The reception from the community has been very supportive. People seem to have a lot of faith in us and what we're doing, and basically just the passion and the attention to detail, the care that we've put behind the project. We've had a lot of help along the way. JPEG's for helping with the royalty situation. I've been able to, due to the very special nature of the Cardano community, meet a lot of different contacts that are helping us carry out all the utility that we want to carry out. So things are actually progressing very well right now. And I'm happy about where we're going, and we definitely seem to be on the road to fulfilling our roadmap.
I've got a question on how did this whole revival thing? Obviously, you guys are a bit of a team. How did you guys get together? Was it from the rug pull, or was it?
No, actually, I quit early on because of the fact that I really didn't want to quit the Ada Claus project at all. But the project leader kept lowering my pay more and more and more. And on top of that, I was the only one who was in the chat ever. So all of the negativity was being processed by me all the time. And on top of that, the project leader was never putting any time, any energy, anything. So any of the ideas that I gave him, he was the project leader at the time, and I was just looking for an okay, go ahead, do this. And basically it was nothing. So he didn't seem interested in putting anything into the project. So it just felt like it was not healthy for me to continue putting so much energy into something when the creator himself just did not care anymore. And it looked like he just looked at it as a failure and didn't want to reinvest anything into it. So basically, around the time I quit, the artist reached out to me, Campus, and he said, you know, that he really didn't like working there anymore if I was not involved, and so on and so forth. And so he started talking to me. He actually wanted to create a different project with me. So we were already in initial talks. Phase 2 with the space theme and the sort of game that we wanted to create, that's basically from the talks that we were having in between before the actual rug happened. And so the only reason he continued was because he said that he needed the money, which is really sad because in the end he didn't even pay him that last month that he was there. So when the actual rug happened, I was really disappointed at first because I actually took the whole situation very personally. Just the fact that it was my first project and I had put so much energy into it, and I had brought so many people and I had brought so many friends. So even when I first quit, I was pretty depressed about it for a while. And then the rug happened and I was like, oh, you're kidding. So for me, it was definitely an opportunity to kind of turn that negative energy around and kind of just turn it into something good, because to put so much effort into something and to see it go so sour, for me, it was just, well, like, okay, well, this is the opportunity to basically turn this around. And it seemed like it was the thing to do, like the only thing to do to me personally. Yeah. So I was just like, okay, I'll figure it out. Let's just, and we actually, I mean, we started formulating a plan very quickly, and things started coming together. I mean, just honestly, if you really care, it's very possible.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Man,
actually, no, sorry. I'm very interested because Ada Cloud was actually my first rug pull. So like, I have all these
it was a first for a lot of people. It was a very, very hype project at the time. It was extremely hype. 3D art was not so big here at the time. I remember Lion Legends was like the only other 3D art around that time. And so it was really hyped. And the initial sneak peeks, they looked really crazy for that time period. So it actually brought in a lot of young people. There were a lot of really young investors, and a lot of people say that was my first investment. That was my first rug pull. So it's really unfortunate, obviously, that a lot of people's first project, really high project, ended up, turning out that way. But yeah, we're doing our best to kind of change that situation around and give people different opportunities.
That's really nice. It sounds like you're putting in a lot of work that doesn't, it doesn't have to, like, you don't, it's a choice that you're making to come back and to keep this thing going.
I mean, the low price that we're charging and the grit that we're putting behind it, it also makes me realize that, we demand too little from a lot of projects, I feel like, at the same time. You definitely have to realize, yes, they are human beings behind the screen, and treat everyone with respect and as a human being. But really, we demand very little, because, a project comes out and they're like, oh, we're offering utility. And usually the utility is like, here, another chance for us to make money again.
Yeah, buy this.
And it's like, okay, so when do we make the money? So when do we get that return on investment? It seems like a lot of the times it's like, oh, guys, we have something new for you. Yay. Okay, more money. And it's like, okay, so where is this going to? And we have some projects that have obscene budgets, and like, okay, where is it going to? And then the things that they offer their community are things that they can do for free or very, very cheaply. And you're just thinking, okay, so what is the percentage that is being reallocated reinvested into the project? And what we've realized is you can do a lot with not that much, to be honest. So it just, seeing behind the curtain makes me way more, even more picky than before about, projects that I get involved with, basically.
It's one of those times of education at the very least.
I really like hearing that we ask too little, because I think that's so true. I mean, half of the utility projects are, like you said, like, hey, buy this other thing. Oh, you can buy
Yeah,
this other
and
thing now.
it's supposedly play to earn, but it very quickly becomes pay to play.
Yeah.
In a lot of cases. And it's like, oh yeah, but we need to keep funding this thing, so we need more. And it's like, okay, but when does the thing start giving me like the reason for my initial investment was the buzzword play to earn, but a lot of times it really seems a lot more like pay to just play.
That is another interesting topic too, because like the way I see it, you can't have play to earn without pay to play in a way. Like you have to have both
Right.
in a way.
Yeah, you have to invest, but the thing is, there should be more transparency about like what is the budget for the game, what is the kind of game that we're creating. Because if you have this obscene budget and then the actual game is like a Tamagotchi game, you know, it's not really requiring that kind of a budget, in my opinion. So basically, there should be more transparency along the roadmap. Like, okay, so when do we stop collecting money, and when do we actually just start building something for everyone? Like, okay, so what point are you guys done? What is the budget? What is the collection? What is it for? I mean, I've told the community many times that I have no problem with posting the budget. No one gives a shit, to be honest, because it's only 15 ADA, so no one has ever asked me for that. But I've told them many times I have absolutely no problem showing that. The entire team knows how much everyone is making. They know how much everything costs, what I pay for everything. So we definitely try to be as transparent as possible. And I don't see why transparency is so little. And the expectation for transparency is really, really little in this space. I feel like we're very, very forgiving for the most part. We're very, very forgiving. And not only that, but you see people point things out, and then you see people in the community like come after them. Like, no way, we're on the side of this, like, you know, team that's making a bunch of money. How dare you, like, just point normal things out that are true for people to ponder over. But I feel like it's really just greed, and people are really afraid at people coming after their perceived investment. But really, there should be more open criticism because it helps the project, for one thing. To have open criticism, it absolutely helps the project, because there are so many things that had you paid attention to beforehand could have been avoided. And there are so many missteps that are just fatal missteps that, I mean, you definitely can make it back, but will be much harder afterward. And then there's so many times where we can help our community members by pointing things out and helping them avoid rugs. But you have people being like, stop budding, you know, shut up, get out of here. You're so toxic, which is just kind of odd.
Yeah, I think the community is finding its feet. We're growing up still and having
definitely
negative experiences.
I mean, we have the good parts and we have the bad parts.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think there's gonna be I know people don't like hearing this, but there's gonna be a bubble at some point, and I think that's really gonna show the community what is and what isn't valuable.
Right, absolutely. We have a lot of buzzwords right now, but when you're behind the curtain, you realize those things are really very simple to make and very simple to do.
Yeah.
And
everything, all these projects.
The only thing that gives it value is people's perceived trust in the team. So really, investing in teams, I think, is one of the good things a good way to look at it. Investing in a team, like, do you really believe that these people have your back and that what their intentions are, and that they're really in this to win this or not? I think that's a really good thing.
Community, not themselves.
Yeah, not for themselves. In this to rug it.
I think there's a lot of people who are in it to win.
Oh, there's a lot of people who are like, oh, hey, I found out you could make money from NFT.
Yeah, exactly.
And I mean, I'm actually a huge supporter of art projects. I'm totally cool with NFTs that are just for supporting an artist to make art and put more beauty into the ecosystem. I'm absolutely a big supporter of that. But if you're not marketing yourself as that kind of project, the expectations are very different.
Yeah, I mean, if you're saying things, and then you're not really. So you can have a roadmap and you can have big ideas about following through on that roadmap, but if you don't actually know how to do that or don't have a plan to actually follow through, even it can be an accidental rug almost, you know.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of projects that, let's say they had these, well, in the Ada Cloud situation, it was basically, there weren't really any plans. It was very vague, very, very vague, and not, very, we'll see, oh yeah, maybe we could do this, maybe we could do that. It was really vague. I think the hype for that project was just crazy, and people were really not looking into it that much. But then there are projects which basically, I guess they just bite off more than they can chew.
Yeah.
And they realize it's much harder than they thought.
Yeah.
Or there's, of course, situations where they just don't raise enough money to realistically carry out. You know, if they don't sell out or something, then I don't think you can really call that a rug. If there just isn't enough support behind it, that's more like going out of business kind of situation.
Yeah,
True.
well, we're going a little long on this segment, but we had a lot of really interesting stuff to say.
Yeah,
What
this was
a
a really cool
unique
convo.
perspective. I'm so
Yeah.
glad that we got to talk to you today.
Well, yeah, I basically look at things as an investor. I'm very like in between the team and the actual community, because I myself am an investor. You know, I'm very much into CNFTs and into the NFT space in general. I'm very much into art. So before I took over the project, I mean, I did not have plans to take over the project. I was very much just involved in the scene. So I definitely see things from the investor's perspective, and I definitely see the team as being responsible for creating realistic expectations and communicating the true vision of the project. And at the same time, I'm also now, well, I was before as a community manager as well, and still am a community manager to other projects, very aware of like the reality of the team and you know, the work behind certain things.
Absolutely, and you have to be if you want to have any realistic idea of what's coming.
Communication is extremely important, because we're constantly communicating all the time. You know, we're communicating who we are, we're communicating what our project is about. Even in just simple pictures, simple Twitter posts, we're always communicating. So definitely that's something that people need to focus on more.
Absolutely. Wow, this has been really cool. Thank you for sharing all of this. And I do hope that we'll be able to talk to you again about this project too.
Yeah, I hope so too.
Along. Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much.
All right, cool.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
for coming on.
Bye.
Bye.
Have a good one.
Wow.
Damn, I really like that perspective.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know if this is another hot. I don't know if I'm just saying this out of hotness, yeah, but like, why doesn't every project have a public wallet? I think I'm gonna start doing that with Tour Guide. Like, why not? Like, there's
You
no
mean,
reason.
like, this is where all the funds.
This is
from
where
the
our
main
funds
go,
are. Anything
and, like,
where
anything for this project is stored
yeah,
there.
like if you get paid or something, it can move
I mean,
out
it
of
has
there.
to go to a wallet, and
Yeah,
technically
true.
all wallets are public. They just
Yeah,
is whether
true.
or not you kind of put it out there
But,
or
like,
not, right?
Like, I would feel much more like better about a project knowing that like their wallet is public, and like you can like just see like, oh, they're not rugging us, or like they have enough money to do what they're saying they're gonna do. You know what I mean?
I like that. Yeah. Well, let's make it happen
I'm
from now on.
I'm gonna do it.
Everybody has to
Yeah.
do that.
We got the Tour Guide handle. You guys got the Never Engine handle. We'll just make
That's
some
right.
wallets.
Yeah, yeah. We got Facility 7 handle now, thanks
True,
to
yeah.
a very fine community member.
That's awesome.
Okay, cool. Well, we've got some drops to talk about here.
Right. I gotta pull that back up. That was like 2 hours ago.
Yes, we did the guests, and now we're gonna do the drops. And there's some cool stuff going on out there. We're very excited to share. So I'm gonna run the drop video. Here we go, people. Get ready to drop it like it's hot. That's right. It's time to drop it like it's hot.
Yes, sir.
So let's talk about Ada Army. Now, we had them on the show. It was Thursday. We had them on the show, right?
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, we had them on the show Thursday, and they're great. Crypto Heaps, pretty cool. We got the Mustache Gang going on. I'm considering a little change of hairstyle. I'm considering a shave. This region.
Yeah.
In here, but maybe leaving this as it is.
It seems like mustaches are like coming back. I feel like I'm seeing them more and more.
It's been like this for a year, and I rarely keep a hairstyle that long. So it might be time. I didn't want to change it too much after joining the CNFT, community.
Yeah.
Your identity in a way. Well, I was putting my face out there, so. But it might be time for a mustache. We'll see. But let's talk about Ada Army. So Ada Army, we got a drop coming right up. Today, the drop is live now.
Oh, yeah, it went up earlier, I think.
Yeah. So let me just share that announcement tweet here, and we'll talk about what we're looking at here. Definitely want to pick one of these up. I forgot that was today. All right, check this out, my friends. Woo, golden.
That looks rare.
So Ada Army, Future Ops Troops. It's called Future Ops Troops? Black Ops. It's Black Ops. So it's a collection of 2,500 battle-ready soldiers from the future. The Ada Army team developed a minting service called Peppermint, and this drop will be the first time their minting service is going to be used. And they have a little follow that. This is a brand new here. Their Peppermint NFTs minting service. Check that out. But all Ada Army minters will have the asset ID tied to their wallet address, and they will receive half the royalties for life. So that's pretty cool. There's royalties going directly to the to the holders. And this is the last public mint from Ada Army, this project. So if you want in on this, now's the time. It's 55 Ada. Unless you're a holder of the first collection, then it's 48 Ada. And as I said, 2,500 NFTs available. And I wonder if there's some more examples we can show here. Ada
I could
Army.
pull up their
This is the first drop.
Yeah, let me pull up their page.
Yes, I will swap this over to you.
Do we have their policy ID by any chance? Let me get
That's a
it.
good question.
Did you see it?
I don't have it in my hand.
I don't know if you saw it on the website. I
Website?
think I can grab it here.
If I say mint now, will it tell me about the policy?
Oh,
There's a
I
lot
think
more
I got it.
information.
Or unless you.
Okay, cool.
Okay, here we
We know about him.
go.
So this is how you're finding all these.
Yeah.
I
All right.
wondered-
CNFT.me. People are sleeping on it, and it takes some
It's a
time to
slept
load
on website.
sometimes. Yeah, it's very new. Why doesn't it want to load though? Give me pop. Come on, you're embarrassing yourself. I just promoted
Come
you.
on. Sleeping on it.
Let's do this. Yes. Okay.
Oh yeah, great. So this is this the new one? It looks like it might be the old one.
Thought this was.
I think
the
that
new
might be
one.
season 1.
They might all be on the same policy though. 'Cause I
Oh
think there's
yeah,
4,000.
okay, sure.
So these might be the new ones. Maybe.
I don't know, but it doesn't look like the one that we were showing off earlier. But then that was like a Stormtrooper golden kind of situation, so I'm not really sure. Maybe that was just a rare one.
Yeah, minted today.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Well, that was my misunderstanding. Let's see it. All right.
There's these guys.
There they are, the Commandos. They're going for it. And this team's great. I'm gonna definitely want to get in here. I want to support these guys. I want to see what they do next.
Yeah, they're
Crypto
doing
Heaps is the man.
Yeah.
The rest of them are cool too, but All right, great. So that's Ada Armies. Serenity Pictures. And actually, I'm thinking, can you pop up some about Serenity Pictures while I take a quick bathroom break? Because I don't know if I can make it to the end
definitely.
of this. Okay. Oh, that's your screen. Let me.
No, you can still pull it up.
That's good. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll be back. And
Okay.
Tyler, take it away.
All right. So let me. I can only have one up at a time. Okay. So this is a collection of 2,500 hand-drawn NFTs that will be a part of the first set based on Augusta, the lead character in the film Toxica. All right, there we go. Exclusive content will be included with these, including behind-the-scenes footage, deleted scenes, outtakes, alternative art, etc. And it will be available to people collecting. They will only be available to people collecting the set, and these are dropping today. Actually, it dropped a few hours ago, and there's 2,500 total, and they're selling for 48 each. And we could check out some of their stuff. Let's see here. What can we look at? Minting through retro NFTs. They're doing so much recently. That's awesome. Let's see what this guy does. Awesome. That's cool. It looks like it's different traits from the movie. So that's really cool. And wow, look, the feature film is dropping next month. Next month. Awesome project. So yeah, it's still live. Let's see how many are left. I don't know if it's gonna tell us. But if you're interested, I will drop the link in this guy.
What did I come back to? That's not very flattering.
Right? What was it?
That picture that was up of me.
Oh, I was just sending the thing to
you. I'm just goofing on you.
So yeah, that's Serenity Pictures. Live now, so go pick it up.
Very cool. And we got some old money coming out. And we haven't heard from them for a little bit since their main drop. But guess what? They're still here. And they got some cool stuff going on. So let me pop it up here. This is their next piece of campaign materials. And there you go. It's got the music too. Looks like someone's getting shot in the head. That's a freeze frame of a headband, Tyler.
Oh.
Except there's a bullet also.
I'm on it.
And some blood. So this is the latest Tricks 2022 campaign material drop. Headshot headband. Woodrow Wilson opened Fuckerland. Discover the amusements before they close. Riders get a chance at prizes. You can get access to the Fuckerland dependent on you belonging to certain discords, or even potentially you need a certain role to join this thing. But if you're in the Old Money and Dead Pixel discords, you can take a ride for a chance to win a pixel and an Old Money $0.2 bill. So it's the 20-cent bill. And the drop date for this headband is March 29th at 7 p.m. UTC. It'll be 40 ADA, and there are 1,100 of them available. And it's very, it looks like there's different varieties and whatnot, which is pretty cool. And I'm really wondering about this Fuckerland.
Yeah, do you think Fuckerland would be censored on TV or not because it's a land?
Fuckerland.
I forgot we had that.
So I click this and then prove your loyalty. Log in with Discord or Twitter. Drop statistics. Oh, this is interesting. There's 8 people waiting in line right now. Huh. Yeah, well, that's an interesting thing. Always excited to see what they're coming up with, and it's always something very, very different. These guys are honestly some of my favorite people working out there. They've got so much to offer, and constantly something new and crazy. It's more experiential than almost any project out there, what they do.
I really need to get one of those $2. I slept on those for a bit. So they went a little under my radar. But now I just see them everywhere, and I want to get one so bad. I haven't pulled the trigger yet, but I will.
We got a couple of airdrop because we had the campaign materials and we ended up with a really rare one. It's really cool. Alyssa pulled
Oh,
one.
really? Yeah, I have some of the campaign stuff. I don't have the classic.
You didn't get all of it?
Yeah, I think I have. What was there, 4 of them? Because I think I have 3 of them.
I got so
3
close
of them. Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about Pendulum, Season of Order.
Will's really excited about this one.
Yeah, and he wrote a badass article, which I'm going to pop up here on CNFTnews.com, the hottest website that exists right now, in this reporter's opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, very hot. So Pendulum, it's pretty cool. It's an art NFT project, and they're looking pretty hot. These all sorts of different varieties, but generally profiles, not like profile, you know what I'm saying? They're images of people's profiles. But they have a new drop date. It's this Wednesday. That's the March 30th, and it's at 10 p.m. UTC. 100 ADA to mint one of these, and there are 5,000 NFTs available. That's a chunk.
Yeah,
5,000. It's a lot. Well, best of luck to these folks. I always get a little frightened when I see 100 ADA mint prices.
Yeah, me too.
Especially as ADA is doing pretty well right now. Came out of nowhere, but pushing up.
I should have waited a bit on some ADA handles that we minted for me and my friends, because now the ones that were 250, now they're like 100 ADA to mint.
Oh, no way,
because
really?
They fluctuate with the price. So I just checked it today, and I'm like, oh my god, we could have saved 150 ADA.
Well, you got them early. You guaranteed that you got them. Someone else could have got them. That's the scary part. All right, so Her World has a little update here. Ooh. Now, we saw a little bit of Her World in a previous episode, but let's talk a little bit about it too.
Yeah. So I could do some of this one. So Her World is a collection of unique generated PFPs made up of hand-drawn attributes. The artists / founders, Sketch and Slighthood, I believe, Slighthound,
yeah.
Slighthound wanted to make their NFT project, so they expanded the selection of female NFT or female PFPs while appealing to many different people in the community. So they created a wide variety of traits which go beyond gender and are feminine, masculine, and Scott, how do you say that word?
They're very cute.
Very
cute. Where are we? Feminine, masculine, androgynous, and
otherworldly. So their aim is to create inclusive project, which is fun, cool, and colorful and silly. As part of their inclusive approach, the policy ID will stay open for 6 months. They will add custom pieces to the collection, one through games contests and giveaways. And members will also have a chance to create their own designs and possibly have them minted into the collection, which is always cool.
So very pretty.
Yeah, the art style is unique.
Yeah, I love it.
The additional piece, there will be additional pieces. The additional pieces will never exceed 10% or 500 of the season 1 drop, and they don't expect to pass 5%, which is 250. I'm not sure what they mean by that. Is that like additional?
That's the extra things, like
extra
from contests or whatever.
Okay. So there are 907 whitelist spots at the time of writing this, and you can join the Discord to be whitelisted. And the mint will be hosted in the Discord, and we'll be running. The mint will be hosted in the Discord and is being run by Pasta Please, who handled the Happy Hoppers drop. So that's awesome. Cool. And you can register your address in their Discord to purchase an NFT.
Actually, you must, I believe.
Or you must. Yep.
Yeah, it's an important bit.
So these will be available for whitelist on the 31st and public sale on the 1st for 45 ADA each and 500 5,050 NFTs total.
Huge.
Definitely.
Public sales on April Fool's Day. All right, get ready for that.
Right.
So G-Sean had a little question here about tour guide. What do you say?
Oh yeah. There is a way to listen afterwards. The show was a little shaky in the beginning because I was on hold on a phone call. But yeah, if you go to
It's a good way to start the show.
Yeah, it was so bad timing.
I'm not able.
You know what's funny? I cut it out for the recording because we do have it recorded. But there was one point where I was on the phone with this lady and I was also in the show and like going into one of the songs. I was like, "You're listening to Radio Tour Guide," and I was unmuted on the phone. And I like just said something after that, and she responded. I'm like, "Oh my god, I did not mean that to you." Like it was so awkward.
She should
anyway.
know what she's doing to you by leaving you on hold.
I know.
I'm hosting a radio show right now, actually.
But yeah, G-Sean, thank you so much for asking. I'll send. We do have with spaces.online/radio. I will be posting all of our stuff. I'll send the link too. But yeah, they just play.
All right. So what else we got? Blind Girl Revelations. Drops. It's always drops.
Always
dropping. Now, Blind Girl, this has been around for a while. I remember seeing this one long ago. And it continues. The series continues. So Blind Girl Revelation, this is by Boyana, who's the OG female CNFT artist. And she's dropping this collection, Blind Girl Revelations, on March 30th, coming right up. The blind girl stands for reflecting social, moral, love, emotional, psychological, and physiological blindness. She writes, "I would rather go blind than see injustice," as well as, "Sometimes the blindfold is a symbol of my own blindness and naiveness." So it's a very heavy art project here. The drop date again is March 30th, but that's at 8 p.m. UTC. There'll be 45 ADA, but if you're on the white list, 35 ADA. There'll be 250 pieces, and they are all one of ones. That's pretty cool. There are 5 levels of rarity included there. Yeah, and there's a lot of different ones. I wish that if I could see there's more option of examples here. Oh, this is cool. Let me show this part. So this talks about the rarities and what those mean. So as you can see here, the categories of the rarities are not made by the frequency of the painted assets, but only by thematic and by the changing appearance of the girl. I think this is really cool. Every category reflects a different aspect of the artist's life and a different phase in her crypto journey. Each NFT is unique, no computer generation. Some of them are painted in honor of the OG collection as never-ending inspiration. And as you can see, the girl will appear differently based on how rare it is. And there's a wing. She's an angel at the end there.
That's cool.
Classic. Cool. Fetish Friends.
Yeah, Fetish Friends.
Here we go. Gonna pop this up. There we are.
So this is actually season 3 of Fetish Friends. So this is a self-love club in the latest collection of this of the women-led project. The founder and artist Lily created Fetish Friends to empower and support women who are facing day-to-day prejudice. The project is to raise awareness and stop slut shaming and sexual bullying in the world, I guess.
That's a good cause.
Definitely. So these are launching on Wednesday, the 30th, and the whitelist sale is at 19 UTC, and the public sale starts an hour later at 20 UTC. And 200 NFTs will be available total with 15 designs plus secret mints. So secret mints are always fun.
Very cool. Just had someone pop up to say hello.
What's up, Jackin? How
Jackin?
Goes it? He's such like a stereotypical cat, like looking cat. Like like
You're
the
stereotype. You're a walking stereotype, Jackin.
well, not like the you know what I mean? Yeah, his mask.
Yeah.
It's very cat-like.
You're a good-looking cat there, Jackin. Official. No, he is a very handsome cat.
Yeah,
Our other cat is not nearly as good-looking as he is.
Hey, don't say that.
She's got her own charm, okay, but Jackin's
I don't know if I think I've only ever seen
pretty
Jackin.
chic. Well, I see her, Petunia, over there. I don't know if she'll wander close enough for me to snatch her. She might.
She one of those that's timid.
Come here. She's suspicious. She's like, what does he want? Okay. We got one more thing to talk about here. Faces. Okay, now we last spoke about this as a project to watch, but it's been upgraded to a drop. We love it when that happens.
Yeah.
Because then we can say, you heard it here first.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. I don't know if you did, but you know. Okay, so Faces. They posted a tweet here saying that it's coming, and it's coming very soon, in just a few days, my friends. March 31st at 5 p.m. So we got a cool trailer to show as well. But there'll be 90 ADA a piece, and it will be 5,555 faces. And is that it? Oh, 5 p.m. UTC. Did I say that? Whatever. They're doing things a little unorthodox this time by launching their Discord and dropping on the same day. So it's up to you to decide if you're comfortable with that. And they explain their reasoning in a Twitter thread here. Let's see if it stands up to our scrutiny, because we're a pretty tough audience here. Why Discord is that what DC stands for?
I think so.
Discord? Is that what we're doing now? Why Discord on Mint Day? Well, it's one cannot exist without the other. So they say. Every follower has whitelist access. They'll make their Twitter private on Mint Day for an hour and then tweet the link that only their followers can see, the Discord link. That's pretty interesting. While the Twitter is private, and then they'll be able to go in there and mint their faces and verify their wallet to access the holders only chat. And then I'd be interested to see how this turns out.
That is interesting, because you can lock up the Discord. They can make it so no one can accept invites after that hour. They can close out the so that is really interesting.
I like this idea of playing with how Discords function within the community.
Yeah, because they are important.
And they're kind of boring.
Yeah.
Right now. I'd like to see some innovation.
Honestly.
And there are options. You can do a lot with a Discord server. We're going to be using some temporary Discord servers in our Facility 7 thing, just inspired very much by Threefold Bold and Atreyu's use of that during their little auction thing, their private auction.
Have you seen that that's possible with Me 6? I don't know if you knew that. I'm pretty sure it can.
What does it do?
You can. I haven't played with it personally yet, but I saw options where you can create temporary channels for certain things.
I'm talking about a temporary Discord, not
a whole Discord
whole thing. Yeah, for maybe it's for a treasure hunt event or something. You'll find that link buried somewhere, and then you'll go there, and then there'll be some other stuff that you'll need to do, maybe a puzzle or something, and then you go to the next thing.
That'd be cool.
A lot of fun stuff. We got a lot of fun ideas. That's coming. It's projects to watch. That's right. That's what we're doing next. So here we go. Get ready to watch that project, because it's projects to watch. Here we go. 2 projects to talk about here. We're just about to the end of the show. Those of you who held on the whole time, I salute you.
Salute you guys.
All right. So this one's called Weird Kitties. It's a collab with Meepa Toys and Weird Kitties. Now, this is... Wait, can I pop this up? There we go. Popping it. It's popped. There it goes. All right. So Weird Kitties. Now, wait, it's an Ethereum collection? Why are we talking about it?
I think
That's
this
my
is a
question.
different. Oh no. Okay, it's a collab between Weird Kitties and Mipa Toys, which Mipa Toys is a collection of Weird Kitties.
So we don't really know much about it then. Weird Kitties is an Ethereum collection.
Yeah.
And Mipa Toys okay. There's a teaser video. Pardon me, my friends.
Yeah, I'm looking up Mipa Toys.
Why are we talking about it?
Looks cool. Looks really cool. Oh, I think you're muted.
Well, all right. Certainly got some production value there.
Definitely. Yeah, they do it cool.
It stands out pretty well. So if you're interested, keep your eyes peeled. Don't have a whole lot of info there, just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So another thing here, this is an update on Corn and Friends, which is a amazing project with some amazing people, and they're working on an animated show, and their pilot episode is coming along nicely, reportedly. The script is captivating, reportedly, and the concept art is coming together incredibly, and that we can agree on because there it is.
Mm-hmm.
We have a name contest. They have a name contest going on until Saturday in their Discord for the ape and the cat characters. And, get in there and check it out. It's pretty interesting. I really can't wait.
I'm so excited.
Because these guys,
they're so OG. And, they're one of the projects who's, like, heads down working. Like, we haven't heard from them in months, but, like, at least I haven't.
Well, I play Mind Test with Corn himself sometimes.
True.
And he has said that it's coming along nicely. So I've heard that from him also.
And yeah, I'm so excited. They're probably one of my favorite projects.
He also said there might be a cameo appearance by some members of the news team in this episode.
Damn.
Who knows? Long ago, I remember when he first said this. We messaged him. We were like, "Hey, if you want to use Scott and Summer or the news team or whatever, that's cool."
Yeah.
And he mentioned a little bit of it recently, so pretty cool. It's not just because of the cameo that I'm interested. I was interested before the cameo. Really, as soon as they said that they were going to be doing a full feature thing, I believe that was CNFTCon October.
Yeah.
During that interview, I went out and I bought the full Series 1 set because I only had Series 2.
Oh, you did? Damn. At that point. Nice. I don't have much from the
whole thing. Now I'm worried. I'm going to double check it later, but to make sure because I want it. It's a good thing. They also have a PFP collection out, which did not sell as well as they had hoped. That kind of dropped a while back, but all of the funds that are taken in from that collection are going towards the production of this, of this animated series.
It's still going, right? Too.
Yes.
Yeah.
But they.
Yeah.
I think they only got like 15% of the way through their PFP set.
I feel like it'll.
But they're still doing it, and that's what I really appreciate about them. They didn't even sell out, sell all their stuff. They didn't make enough to like pay themselves for the whole time they'll be working on this, but they're still working on this, and I like that.
I'm optimistic because people are going to need to hold those to access the series.
Right, yeah, and I think as they continue, as long as the policy doesn't like close or some issue happens there, I think give it time and maybe they'll finish up. It's really fun art too.
Yeah, it is.
Bunch of different corns. It inspired an IRL shirt that Alyssa or Summer has. She designed a shirt based on one of the PFPs she pulled, and now she owns the real one. It's the one that says soup.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Very inspiring stuff. So that's a little update on Corn and Friends, and that takes us to the end of our planned remarks. So now we get to the off the cuff stuff, which can be a lot spicier you guys might want to close out this window because you might not like what you're about to hear. Pineapple plus pizza equals yum. Did I trigger you? Good.
I actually got pineapple pizza in the fridge right now. I'm gonna be eating after this. You know
There
what
you
though?
go.
We got it from a really Italian place, and I'm very pro pineapple pizza, but I think they were a bit offended because they like I was gonna put it was me and Opa were all there, and like he's been following all the thing too, and we were gonna post it on Twitter, and like they completely covered all pineapple with cheese, so like you couldn't see
You
it.
hid it?
They hid it under the
That's
cheese.
so funny.
But yeah,
That ain't right. I recently had some pineapple pizza. Unexpectedly, my dad
Really?
came over. We moved in, and we had a little family pizza, make your own personal pizza thing, with some pizza crust that was made especially for that, and got some pineapple on there. And every time that I eat pineapple pizza, I feel a little more defiant. I feel like I'm participating in a cause.
we got to. We have to. Yeah.
It gets a whole new flavor profile to the
Exactly.
pizza because it tastes like justice. It
Yeah.
tastes like camaraderie.
Yes. That's the perfect way to put it.
Yeah. All right. Well, we had a pretty good episode here. Only 2.5 hours in, and we did it.
Yeah.
Not bad.
I do have one unplanned thing that I'm not even going to explain. I just want to flash on screen and be like, yeah. But tour guide.
Shall I?
Yes. Tour guide is stepping into. Maybe I'll just let this sit, and then you guys can decide what tour guide is doing.
Is that coded? Are these codes?
It might be.
Mm.
We do have a project that we have been trying. All right. Tour guide has been trying to step into the physical realm of things. And
Right.
that's where I'll leave it at.
Physical. Let's get physical.
Like, wouldn't it be cool if there was a website or a minting service where every NFT minted came with a physical? I think that'd be pretty cool.
Interesting. Physical guaranteed.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be following along, you rogue.
I don't want to say too much. Yeah. I don't want to say too much yet, but
it's one of those early times,
Yeah.
Okay, I like that. Let's see what I could show off. Okay, I can show off a little something since we're dropping some hints here.
Hell yeah, I love hints.
Let me put up. I'm gonna show maybe a sketch of.
Oh, is this art?
Yes, this is
Hell
an exciting
yeah.
one. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys a sketch of one of our characters from Facility 7.
Yo, that's fire.
And so these sketches, our artist Melissa was just showing us the final stuff, and we were like, what if you save some of your sketches and we like put them up as like one of ones in the data store?
That'd be sick.
So that's what we're going to be doing. So this is one of the one of ones. It'll probably have a white background rather than gray when we put it up. But this is what's his name? I want to say Onyx Jaguar. Can you figure out who it's supposed to be?
I'm so bad with celebrity names and stuff.
Jaguar. It's one of our few superheroes. I'm not sure how up on the Marvel Cinematic Universe you are, Tyler.
I'm not.
That's probably why. No, it's our answer to Black Panther.
Jaguar. Oh, okay. I see.
This is one of the few non-humans. There's one other, I think, that is non-human in this collection, and it's amazing. I got to show you this after the stream. I'll show you some cool stuff, Tyler.
Oh, hell yeah.
Definitely. Okay, well, I think we should end this so Tyler and I can go look at cool stuff together. So it's been a lot of fun. Huge thank you to all of our guests. And I wanted to do this before we ended. I wanted to see what it looked like if we showed.
Oh, we kept going.
Well, I want to see that. Here it goes.
There we go.
Oh, so like it's gonna slowly add one.
I like this.
This is enjoyable content.
Do you think we can like do a wave somehow? Like,
yes.
do you think it'll work?
I love how it's delayed. This is amazing. This is not what I expected.
Yeah.
Okay, I saw the wave. There it goes.
There it goes. It's going.
Oh,
quality. See, aren't you guys glad you stayed to the end of the show? You two people are still here.
The two of you who are still
guys
here.
glad?
Well, it might be you. You might be one of them here.
Oh yeah, actually, and you're probably the other one.
Probably the other one.
We're just entertaining ourselves right now.
You know, I think that's pretty fine. I'm happy with it. All right, I'm going to end this stream. This was great. I'll see you all on Thursday or Wednesday. You know, we have our Twitter space as well. So tune in, y'all.
Definitely.
Catch you later.
See you guys.